someone I used to see, but she don't give a damn for me. Well, let me get to the point. Let's roll another joint and turn the radio loud. I'm too alone to be proud, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. People come, people go. Some grow young, some grow cold. I woke up in between memory and a dream. So let's get to the point. Let's roll another joint. Let's head on down the road. There's somewhere I gotta go, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. My old man was born to rock. He's still trying to beat the clock. Think of me what you will. I've got a little space to fill. So let's get to the point. Let's roll another joint. Let's head on down the road. There's somewhere I gotta go, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me.
Hey, welcome to the Wind Up Podcast, brought to you by Houston Hustlers Baseball Academy, Texas Baseball Tournaments, Abercrombie and Sanchez, Issa Cookies, C4 Bat Company, Senor Spitz Custom Sunflower Seeds, Tifosi Optics, and Diego Cervantes Insurance. I'm your host, Steve Medina, along with Julio Ramirez, and we are at the brand new Power Alley. What's the name of it? Power Alley what?
Training facility.
Oh, turn your mic on.
Is this on?
No. Right there. Turn that on.
There you go. Training facility. Got it.
Training facility. My man, Jerry Gonzalez. How you doing today, sir?
Doing good, Steve. Good to be here.
Man, hey, thank you for having us. We are deep in Southeast Houston, but this is what? This is South Houston, right?
South Houston.
South Houston. Okay, I got to get my things right because I grew up on the other side of 45, right there on 45 in Park Place. Mm-hmm. So I'm very familiar.
Right down the street.
We talked about the Moulin Rouge. Okay. We also talked about the old school skating rink right down the street.
Good times.
Stevenson Middle School is right there somewhere. Okay. Old Galveston Road.
Chavez
Right down the street as well. So I'm very familiar with this side of town. Just because I live in Sugar Land now does not mean I did not roam these streets back in the day.
Welcome back.
Hey, you know what? It's good to be back. Thank God it's a little bit later, because had it been a little bit earlier, I probably would have been at a couple of eating spots, and Lord knows I don't need that anymore. At least not right now. So, so we're live here in South Houston at this new facility. Is it open yet? Are we open? It smells good in here. It looks new.
Thank you. Technically, no. We
Okay.
don't open until Monday, but with the weather, I don't know.
You have to open, right?
I don't know, Steve. I mean, we're gonna open, but we'll see. We'll play by ear.
Okay, so let me just a little background info. Okay,
Okay.
I think you should open because everybody's looking for places to hit.
I hear you.
Okay,
I hear you.
one of my teams is hitting tomorrow at 8:00 in the morning, somewhere in the Houston area.
Gotcha.
Okay, and why are we hitting at 8:00 in the morning? Because that was the only space available, or the only time slot available. Excuse me. So 8:00 in the morning. So that means I got to leave here, drive to Sugar Land, wake up about 5:30 on a Saturday in the cold, leave my house probably around 6:45, 7, drive to the location in freezing cold weather, and then get out and hit at 8:00 and expect maximum performance from my team at 8:00 in the morning.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, so maybe you should open. So if anybody wants to hit tomorrow here in South Houston, they should call you. Jerry, why don't you give your phone number?
That's 713-815-8728.
Okay, so you guys. So why don't you introduce our guest with us as well?
This is our head coach for Throwing Leather, Ty Smith.
Ty Smith, how you doing, sir?
Nice to meet you.
And so you're from this part of town, or where you from?
I'm from Pasadena High School. Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the district champions as far as basketball is concerned.
Good, yeah. And,
Congrats to those boys.
That's right. So I was at First Baptist as well, Baseball Academy,
okay.
PCA.
Okay.
So I was there as well. But yeah, I'm from Pasadena, so
Okay.
this is home as well for me. Yeah.
Nice. A lot of. And so, what part of town are you from? You from this part of town too?
Pasadena.
Pasadena. Wow.
Reaching Southmore. Yeah.
Oh, you can't get any more Pasadena than that. Hell, that's actually pretty good. Well, unfortunately, I was from Southeast, so I'm Park Place in Reveille, 45, right here by this Kelly's. So I remember the Kelly's when it was just a blip in the back of Lang's Pharmacy, way in the back right corner. You know where? Have you eaten at this Kelly's right here?
All the time.
Okay, so you know where the restroom is at right now? So back there, that's where Kelly's used to be at.
Okay.
It was actually that spot in the restroom. They just had a little thing, and everything else was a pharmacy back then. So they had the little counter and everything. So we would go in there when I was younger, and we would eat there. But now it's the matter. I think they got like 6, 7, maybe 8 restaurants. So, you know, good food, great portions, great everything.
A little too big.
Yeah, you better be ready to eat when
right.
you get in there. So it's us three. Also with Julio, Junior Aguilar's in Facebook jail right now.
He's banned.
Yeah, but dude's been banned for like 6 weeks now. Let's make it another 6.
He was banned for like 2 weeks and then came back for a couple of days and he got banned for 30 days.
Okay, but in Junior's defense, his second ban, or the ban that he's on right now, he really didn't do anything.
Yeah, he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the first one maybe, but the second one, nah, it was just, I think he just commented on something, and it wasn't even bad or anything per se, but
he had China in there. So he talk bad about China. That's it.
Yeah, and so Junior will be joining us later on after. Hopefully, we're getting some Facebook clearance from him, because apparently if he comes on, then they're going to shut us down or something like that. But listen, you know, Julio, how long have we been gone, bro? We've gone 6 weeks.
Yeah,
4 weeks.
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas, we were gone, and we came back.
Yeah.
And as soon as we come back, tournaments get canceled, bro. I was actually thinking that teams were going to play this weekend.
I was surprised myself.
You're surprised?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
asked Jerry when we earlier, I said they canceled tournaments. He said, "Yeah, I was surprised because we played in the cold one. I believe it was February, and it was December. And it was pouring down. It was that weekend it poured down, and we moved from Little York to the farm. Man, it was. I can't believe we played then. But yeah, I can see tomorrow. I'm not missing. I'm glad we're off tomorrow.
So Julio sent me the text about the tournaments being postponed. I'm like, I texted him back and said, "Bro, this has got to be made up, because Darren's not missing out on any money, right? I mean, you know." And so I'm thinking Darren must be sick, and he's like stuck to his bed or something, because you know damn well that if he wasn't, he would be out there, and the tournaments would be going on, because it's just cold. right now. It's not raining because I think it's supposed to rain on Sunday, Monday. I don't.
I think Monday evening and Tuesday is supposed to be horrific.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised, Steve.
Yeah, so was I. So was I. But, it's probably the best thing. But you know how parents always want reps. And so, let's give my son reps, even though it's going to be 25 degrees, 30 degrees.
We don't care broken bat or nothing.
No, we don't care about none of that. Let's go out there and play.
They'll reimburse the bats. We're good. They'll reimburse the bats. We're good.
Yeah, so tournaments aren't going on. J.J. Watt got cut by the Texans today. I know this is baseball, but we're still talking about J.J. Watt.
Just tear the line down, dude.
Huh? Tear every line down?
Might as well just tear it down. Give us an Astroworld back.
Oh, I'm not a fan of Astroworld. Although I did have a season pass every year.
$30 pass.
Yeah, exactly. Burgers
all day long.
Yes. My mom would drop me off there in the morning, come pick me up later on.
We check in coolers. Me and my buddy Loopy, we check in coolers right there at the front.
Yeah. Oh, because they had the little lockers right over there.
Check in the cooler for whatever. We go back and eat in between.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But I didn't like Astroworld towards the end. I mean, I saw some great fights going down that hill. Once you came over that little overpass right there, man, there's some nice fights in there.
And we'd go to Astro games. General admission used to cost us $1, so we'd go to Astroworld then we'd walk over across to go watch Astros for $1, sit in general admission in the outfield.
I think I have a ticket stub I think it says $1 or $1.50.
And so I won a big King Wizard one time, and the security guard bought it from me at the Astrodome. We had extra money for like some popcorn and Coke. We did.
Well, that's not going to buy you that now.
No.
I mean, so J.J. Watt got cut, got released, got whatever today. Tournaments got canceled. The Rockets are terrible right now. So we need select baseball to come back. And so we got the Super NIT that's going to come on in a couple of weeks. I believe it's March 6th.
Yes, 6th. Yes,
okay.
6th.
First weekend. Right?
Yes.
First weekend, right? And so a lot of teams are going to come in. You guys playing?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
we are.
Yeah, so are we. And so a lot of teams are going to be coming in and playing. I don't really like the first Super NIT being at the beginning of March. I think it's a little bit too soon. And I think maybe, and I know why they do it because of the spring break and all that stuff. And, they're trying to accommodate all the teams that are coming in from out of town. I know I'm going to get killed about saying this, but I just don't like it at that date. I thought if they would move it to maybe April 1st or the first week of April, then it would be a lot better. But, it is what it is. But
better,
we're ready.
Why, Steve?
Well, okay. For the teams that play, like from September all the way to March, yeah, they should be ready to go. But some teams who don't start until January, February, they're not ready to go. It's not an excuse. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some teams take breaks, some teams don't. And so, when during that time frame, and it's always cold too. It's always cold.
That's true. Yeah.
And so you run the risk of hurting people and all this and all that. And trust me, it's not an excuse. I know I'm getting killed right now. Somebody's going to text me about, oh, man, you're scared to play. No, first of all, we're not scared to play anybody.
It's
just
baseball. It's just baseball. Yeah.
Just how it is. I mean, so we don't want to get anybody hurt. But there's going to be some good baseball. The next couple of weeks, we're going to have teams coming in. We're going to have coaches on the show. We did it last year, and we had a great response. And so, all these teams that coming in, because, California is closed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I think maybe Nevada. There's a lot of places that are closed, right? And so, right now we're in the middle of the United States and baseball's playing. Oh, so some people are going to come. So that's going to be pretty good. So, hopefully we get to see you guys out there.
That'll be fun.
What age group are you guys going to play in?
We're 10.
Okay, 10 what? 10 major, 10 AA, 10 AAA?
AAA.
Okay, nice. Y'all ready for it?
Well, I wish we could play, but we never know. I mean, you never know.
Well, no one will get there.
Yeah, I don't like when we have good Saturdays. Unfortunately, we try to do stuff a little different. Fortunately, we got everybody, all 11 of our players can pitch on our team. So
okay.
we got. We try to take, still don't be lackadaisical on Saturdays, but we never know on Sundays. You just never know. At the end of the day, they're 10 years old. So
No. You're right about that. So we played in the 11. Last year we played in the 10. So on the 11, the NIT, what was it, in October? Man, we had 3 pool games. So we had 2 on Saturday, and then your first pool game was on Sunday. Then right after that, after seeding, then you would play. And then so on Sunday, I think we played 4 or 5 games. And so, we were there all day. I mean, we played at 9 o'clock in the morning.
It's a long day. Yep.
Yeah, it's a long day, and especially right there in Baseball USA. I mean, there's a couple of eating places. Well, first of all, parking is terrible. I mean,
Always.
It's always terrible. You know, last year I was a big fan of Baseball USA, and I think I still am. But I was there about 2 weeks ago, and I was going to field 10, the one all the way in the back. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to turn into one of the parking lots. Man, there was a crater about 3 foot.
It's still there.
It was terrible.
It's still there.
It's terrible. Mm-hmm. So, you know, did you see that crater?
Oh, I see them all the time, dude. Everywhere. Hey,
trying to give him the benefit of the doubt,
I have no comments on any of that stuff.
a little off topic. I got a message from Mark Zuckerberg that he's allowing Junior to come back. There he goes. I don't know what kind of alarm that is, but I think Junior's coming back.
Oh, so he's good?
Yeah, he's good to go.
Congrats.
Oh, man.
What's up, guys? I know y'all miss me. I've been banned from Facebook, but I'm back. Anyways, what's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
So,
Hey, it's a nice place out here, Jerry.
Thank you very much. Thank you, man. A lot of work going in. We started in
When did you start?
1st of December. We moved in.
Okay.
So it hasn't been that much. And I still got a bunch of ideas, a lot of things I want to do.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Yeah, me and my 2 cousins and my uncle
Okay.
pretty much put this thing together, man.
Nice. We're
Couple
going to
months.
take a little tour later on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, man, I got to tell you, I came the other day and it was nice. I told him, I was like, we should have done the show from the top, you know, because it oversees the facility. But hey, man, it's nice in here because it's
Yeah.
cold as hell.
It's
I was
much
like-
warmer in here. Man.
yeah, he's got the right mindset, right? Because he's seen enough facilities for sure that he's got the right mindset. So other things that they're going to talk about later, of course. But
Okay.
Jerry's got he's got a good perception for sure.
So Jerry, so you hit me during the pandemic. I think we messaged maybe June or July, and you told me about this spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was around that time. So then I kind of forgot about it, and then I don't know what happened. And then I saw that I think you were moving in or something like that. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, we went through a couple of things. We're actually going to be in a different building across the street. We ran into some City of the Houston permit because I run a separate business, an HVAC business.
Okay.
Well, they didn't want us having both businesses in the same building. Fire issues, and if somebody gets hurt, who are they going to come talk to? Well, that company or this
Yeah.
company or that kind of a thing. So also they need some extra money. So,
Oh, of course.
I won't go into that. But yeah, so we ended up here, and since my first stab at it, anyways, I figured maybe start a little smaller because that building was much bigger.
Okay.
And I had big ideas. And I thought, you know what, a little smaller. Let's see how this goes, see how it plays out, and then we'll take it from there. So far,
Okay.
so good, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so when you started thinking about this, you said your 2 cousins are with you? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you called them up, you text them. What did you do? Hey, man, I got this idea about doing a baseball facility.
We all grew
Or did
up-
y'all talk about it, drinking beer? Or what were y'all doing?
Oh, man, we all grew up playing baseball, talking about it for years.
Okay.
And finally to the point where we're like, we're older now. We actually have a little more money than we did 20 years ago.
Don't we all, hopefully?
And if we're gonna do it, let's do it now.
Okay.
So we just jumped into it, man. I said, yeah, let's do it. And I'm glad they were on board. So
Okay, yeah, because usually if you called 3 people, 2 of them were trying to tell you what a bad idea was.
Oh, there was some of
or
that.
it is.
There was
Oh,
some
was
of
it?
that.
Okay.
We hashed it out.
Okay.
And then at the end of it, they're like, all right, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Cool. Now, when y'all had these conversations, were they at your house? Were they on the phone? Walk us through that stuff because I just want to get, not necessarily in your mind, but because, I do a lot of stuff and I have a lot of ideas and I start off on WhatsApp texting people and then they'll come back and say, oh man, that's a good idea. Or, you're full of shit or whatever. And so then after that, you weed the people out and then you start going. And so how did you do it?
Honestly, I think they were just kind of tired of me talking about it. I ran like a mobile strength and conditioning thing where I'd meet kids up at different parks and stuff, and we'd run this thing. And they knew I was involved with that. They knew I've been
Okay.
coaching for a while, and I've always been talking about doing something like this. And hey, maybe we can do it over here. Maybe we can do this. Well, maybe we'll just get the mobile thing going. So they were just tired of me talking about it. So I just hit up my cousin on the phone and said, hey, dude, I'm ready to do this. Are you down or what? And he's like, man, I'm ready to just stop talking about it and listening to you. I was like, all right, let's go. So, yeah, that was it, man, just a phone call.
Okay, so you got one cousin convinced. How did you convince the other one?
He's just kind of along for the ride. You
Okay.
know, if there's two going in, all right, cool. Let's go.
I like that cousin. I like
Ain't
that
lying.
cousin.
Yeah, and he was really the mechanically inclined one of us 3 too. So
Yeah.
it was good to have him on board.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so now you got your crew, so to speak. What's your next step? You're looking for a spot. What happens?
Start shopping spots, and the key thing really for me was finding a new building. In this area, you've got warehouses everywhere.
Exactly.
I did not want to move into a building that was from the 70s and 60s with holes in the roof and plumbing issues and rust everywhere and all that kind of stuff. I really wanted a clean building, something new where I can start off fresh.
Okay.
So that was big. That was step one. And we got to look, man. I was looking everywhere, man. Deer Park, League City, I was looking on the east side. So I used to live the east side downtown for a little while. I really liked that area. But I said, man, you know what? Let's go back closer to where I grew up.
Okay.
I know my people over here, right? I want to do something in my community, and not just do a baseball facility, but how can I use this as kind of a way to do things in the community? So I said, hey, you know what? Let's go Pasadena, South Houston area, figure something out. So
it's a good idea.
I found this place. It was brand new. We're the first people to move in, so I said, let's go.
I walked in. I told Jared, I said, man, it smells new in here.
Mm-hmm.
Just like smells.
It feels good in here. I told him the other day when we walked through, I was like, man, I like this spot. It's nice.
Yeah, and so okay, so then that happens. So now you got to find somebody who's going to do the nets. Now you're going to find all this equipment, all this and all that. Walk us through all that without getting too personal and getting too invasive.
Sure. I sent out a few messages to some people I knew owned different facilities around. And I talked to you, actually, Steve. You mentioned one company that does a great job. But, yeah, shout out to Oaks Batters Up.
Okay.
They're the ones who came in and installed all our nets for us. And I found them on Facebook.
Nice.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, nice.
I gave them a call and said, yeah, man, we'll be there. They got started 2 weeks later, and it was done in, I think, 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow. Okay, so then now you got all this stuff. So then what's your thought process once the nets are in? I'm sure the turf was put in as well within that time frame.
We put the turf in.
Y'all put the turf in?
He had to go to ask him where he had to go get it.
Man,
You had to go. They couldn't deliver to you?
that
means you got a good deal then.
Exactly. Yeah. He didn't know how heavy it was either.
I had no idea.
Okay,
man.
so before you get into the turf, so everybody underestimates how much turf weighs, especially when it's rolled up, right?
No doubt.
So I've seen places where people will try to, oh man, me and about 5 guys, we're gonna roll that. I'm like, we're gonna take it off the flatbed. I'm like, oh, okay, I like to see that. I'm not gonna go because I know it's not gonna happen, but yeah, people underestimate how much turf weighs.
I found out the hard way because I worked for a liquor distributor, so across the street from Specs, probably about 2 years ago, they had a whole football field on the curb. They delivered the wrong turf to the bar. They're like, you can have it if you can get it. And I was just like nonchalant. And I went over there and I'm like, man, I got to get a forklift. I got to get all that. And if I would have had enough time to prepare for it, I would have had that. But yeah, Jerry was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go get it. So let me tell you where he went to go get it from.
I was calling, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Man, this stuff is heavy. I need you over here. What do you got over there? Turf. The guys were like, was it heavy? Man, real heavy. So, no, I had to get a forklift.
Okay, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
there's no way you can do that.
There's no way around it, man.
Okay, so now you got the forklift, you got the turf in. You guys installed it yourselves, or okay? How was that? Any arguments?
Man,
any heated discussions?
I didn't help with that. Jerry didn't ask me because that's
Smart
good.
Man.
Yeah,
Smart
that's
man.
good. I guess I gave him the perception that I wasn't going to help. I was going to say no. I've been busy or something. Had to do my hair or something. I don't know.
So Jerry, so what happened? So what happened? You call guys up. Do you know how to install turf?
I had no idea.
Okay, so you go on YouTube. What do you do?
Yep, jumped on YouTube.
Okay,
started watching a few people do it. I said, okay, that doesn't look too hard, So we got it unrolled and just started forklift moving and cutting and gluing and measuring, and eventually we got it, man. Luckily, we had enough turf to where we made a mistake.
You're okay.
I'm okay.
All right.
Yep. So we figured it out, man. Between YouTube and my other 2 cousins, we figured it out.
That's awesome, man. I put the turf at the old facility I had, and it was pretty crazy, man. It's an experience, bro.
A good one or a bad one?
Well, it depends how you want to take it.
It's not in hindsight.
At
that time.
At that time, man, bad. Because, like, it's heavy. And then you get frustrated as you're putting it together. There, depending on who you are, that's funny. You said arguments, so I'm willing to bet maybe you and Vic had an argument when y'all were pulling turf. No?
Nah, dude, listen, no, okay.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah, I was like.
So this is like my third.
Tell us that story.
No, this is my third experience. Okay, so one time I was working for a company and we had a facility in South Texas, right? Mm-hmm. And so the owner had this great idea. Hey, you know what? I can install this turf. Okay, I'm thinking to myself, man, there's no fucking way, because he does not know how to do it. Man, don't worry about it, man. I got some guys. They do carpet and all this and all that. I'm like, okay, all right. So we get there, right? First of all, there's an issue because it was coming from Brownsville to Edinburgh. Okay, so that's not an easy drive. I mean, it's, on the map it looks kind of close, but in reality it really isn't. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the turf gets there. It's like 3 hours late. All right, so the guy's like, oh man, we got to get this thing going on. I'm thinking to myself, man, dude, this ain't gonna work. So make a long story longer, it took them like almost 2 weeks to install the turf because they didn't know how to do it, and then they forgot the glue, and then it was just it was a total shit show, man. And so then he had to hire somebody who knew how to do it to go over there and oversee it. So, and I just told him, man, you should have just done that at the beginning. But everybody's trying to save a little dollar here, and I trust me, I get that. I'm not saying it, but
with turf, you pay what you get for. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Unless you get a good deal, you got to get it yourself. Yeah. But for the most part, to get it installed where you don't have to worry about it, man, they charge good money, dude.
You should never throw a piece of turf in the trash in the dumpster, ever. You can use turf for everything. There should never be a piece. If you make it, you use it for something else.
Hey, use it as one of those mats at the front of your house.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, that's mine.
Yeah, you can.
I used it one time.
Yeah, okay, so then after that, so you put the turf in. Then during that time, I'm assuming you're buying L screens, you're buying other stuff, everything else that you're going to put in here. Mm-hmm. How long did that take from the turf to getting everything to thinking, man, you know what? I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I am almost open. What do I do?
Man, it was surprisingly fast, to be honest with you. I found a guy who had baseballs, and he got me baseballs, in a week. And then the guys who installed the nets also had connections with the L screens and the mats that go on, the hitting mats. And I went down to Dugout Sports over there off I-10 in Washington, picked up my tees. And, within 2 weeks, I had
you were good to go.
Just about everything I needed.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so then after all that, when do you sit down at any time during all this ordeal? Mm-hmm. Are you ever thinking, man, I don't want to do this. It's too much.
I'll be honest with you. Our biggest hurdles really was with the city.
Well, and it always is.
And that's
for permits or
permits.
Yeah, they're just assholes with that.
And then the inspectors want to come out, and they want to come out again and double check things and that kind of stuff. And
so, did you deal with Houston inspectors or South Houston inspectors?
South
or you
Houston.
had to do with both of them?
South Houston.
South Houston. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, and they've got that. We're a small town, but we're I'm Mr. Inspector around here, and you got to yes sir him, which is no problem. But
I'll tell you a little story offline about my aunt. My aunt has a business around here, and so we're always having these discussions about South Houston inspectors and stuff.
He made a friend with the fire marshal, though. He made a friend with the fire marshal.
Oh, really?
Hey, you should have called me. I'm good friends with the mayor.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good to know, Julio. Now.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Man, that came out of left field, dude. That's like, hey, me and the mayor, cool. How cool are you with the mayor of South Houston?
Yeah. I'm really cool with the mayor.
So you can call him right now.
Joe Soto, yeah.
Could you call him right now?
No. How? Oh, hunting close?
No, my brother's friends related to him.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Okay.
You're
not that close to him.
I'm not close, but I know.
Would he accept your call if you called him tomorrow?
If I call him, yeah.
Let's call him right now.
I don't have his number though.
Oh, well then you're not close. Nice try though.
Hey, get him on the show, bro.
The next one. Okay, so Jared, so at this point in time, so everything's good. You're rolling. You're doing this. Any self-doubt throughout the ordeal about, man, maybe I shouldn't have done this. You start looking at your bank account. You start looking at invoices. Talk about, man, this thing is starting to get a little bit overwhelming. Anything like that?
No, too excited.
Oh, you know what that means, Junior? He got money.
No. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. I was just, thinking about all the stuff that I had for so long. Finally seeing the light of day, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it all coming together. Just too much excitement,
Okay.
I just wanted to get there to the finish line and get this thing rolling.
Okay, so Monday, grand opening or first day of opening?
First day.
Okay. Hopefully you get some calls tonight I did send you some business this week.
You sure did, Steve. Thank you very much.
Because I thought you were open. For some reason, I don't know. I think I saw it on Instagram or something, and I completely thought he was open. So then I called just, hey, Jerry, I got some people that want to hit me. Dude, I'm not open. I said, bro, you got to take them. And so well,
I'm not going to turn them away.
Yeah.
So when's the grand opening?
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. I'm thinking probably mid-March, something like that. A couple of things. I want to do it right, you know. So there's a lot of things that go into that, planning and, you know, all that good stuff. So, yeah, Monday we'll open, and then we'll throw a big party sometime in March when it's warmer.
Cool.
Okay, nice. Make sure you show up.
Yeah, I'm going to come.
I don't need people out there freezing. And right here at the end, I only have one neighbor, okay?
Okay.
At the end of this building is a meat distributor.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anytime they say, I mean, anytime you need meat, whatever I got you.
Dang.
So, barbecue and go.
Do you believe him, though?
Have you tried it yet?
Well,
Do you believe him?
Not yet. We'll
Not
find
yet.
out.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we're going to find out, man.
Yeah.
We need to come back. Hey, I tell you what. That meat place, I was right in front of it. I was like, man, my GPS. And then I remember Jerry sent me a thing where, you know, you got to do this, got to do that. And I'm like, and I forgot all that.
Yeah.
And so then I called Hook and I'm like, bro, where the hell am I at? And he goes, oh, man, you just passed it up. And so I made a quick little UE. The direction you gave me were on point. I just wasn't paying attention to them. And so, so nice.
Where'd you come from?
I came, okay, so when I was leaving, my GPS said to come 59 north and then come, 288 into 45. But somewhere like in Stafford, it said, oh, take Beltway. So then it took me to the Beltway, so I had to come all the way from. So I came up, and then I almost forgot the exit and was going to go to your house.
Oh,
and so I had to veer over to come over right there by the AMC. And so that's, I mean,
you're not the only one, Steve.
Oh.
Don't worry. I've had people end up in downtown, Main Street downtown.
Yeah.
From our parents on the way off.
That's a long way.
Yeah. Hey, bro, where's this at? I'm downtown. Like, dude, on south of the city of South Houston.
Yeah, no, and I put that in my GPS, but I kind of knew where it was at, but I didn't know where it was at, if that makes sense. So then
but let's not bring up AMC for the rest of the show, man.
Why would happen? Oh no, well no, it's just a focal point that's over there, so that's the reason why I brought it up. So now, okay, so
who's gonna get?
You're happy about how it turned out and everything going forward?
I think so.
You're okay.
I think so.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Your family okay with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not done yet. I'm still going to be putting in some fans. I need to get some airflow in here. And, like I said, HVAC company, I work for an HVAC company. So we should be able to pull something off as far as that goes. Because, man, I've got the upstairs viewing. You haven't seen it yet.
No.
There's an upstairs viewing area. But come summertime.
Oh, it's going to be hot.
You're not going to want to be up there unless I figure something out. So that's the next step.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, so now let's transition to the colors that you're wearing and you and Ty are wearing today, the TL, which is, I know what it is, but tell our viewers.
Throwing Leather, go ahead, Ty.
The team name is Throwing Leather, and this came back. So I was coaching. I have no boys. I only have a grown daughter. So I was going through. She had a baby boy, so we had a little grandson. So I was going to stop coaching. It was going to be me and him, man. I finally got my boy, and so he passed away at 4 months old. No nothing, no reason, and just healthy baby. So. I was thinking one day, man, I'm gonna go back to coaching. And I was coaching at First Baptist in Pasadena, like I said, and but I was gonna quit it all. So I'm like, all right. So the name came to me, Throwing Leather, right? So it came to me. I'm like, that works perfect because his name was Lane and my name is Ty. So that's why we have the L with the halo on it. So that's what Throwing Leather, and that's what that means. So, and we try to, I try to keep that memory alive. As far as that goes, my daughter's strong, but yeah, that's just where the history of Throwing Leather comes from. And it kind of fits kind of where I'm at because when I played, it was just mostly defense because I was a little guy. So that's kind of where the Throwing Leather came from. And it's funny because a lot of people don't know what that means in sense. Baseball guys do, of course, but people are just like, Throwing Leather, what's that mean? So yeah, that's it. And I'm glad, Jerry got the facility done. I was in his ear, man, when's it gonna open? Because I do stuff on the side too, but I was doing it at a different facility, and I want to be able to help Jerry as well when I do my stuff here. So, I was in his ear. Come on, Jerry, is it open yet? Is it open? Come on, Jerry. I didn't say one time, hey, Jerry, you need some help. I was just asking when it's gonna open up. But yeah,
that's a good friend.
So that's where the TL comes from, and but no, we last year was our first year that I actually had a team, and this is kind of carried over to this year. No longer at First Baptist because my personal life, my job is too too busy at the point. So, and now I can dedicate to this, and you know, the organization is hopefully we grow, but we'll go from there. We're good with where we're at, and you know, Jerry's been a good addition to us. He keeps me kind of in the meeting because I'm pretty high strung, pretty high energy guy.
I couldn't tell that when I first mentioned that.
And Jerry would just talk to me. He'll talk to me like, man, come on, man, this is kind of. But he's been positive for us. The other coach that I have is Lucas. He's kind of the same way. So Jerry's kind of the guy that kind of does stuff, and he makes it easy to delegate, right? So, you know, he's doing my pitchers and my catchers, and that's where he's focused, so I can do other things. So, but no, you know, we've been successful, and successful to me and successful to Jerry is not winning all the time. It's not. It's about developing these boys, you know, and that's what we try to do. We want to win. I don't want to lose with no effort and no energy, right? I don't like to lose that way because baseball is the most unpredictable game there is. But as far as that's where we're at, we just want to develop the boys, enjoy the game, and pass them on to their kids, right? And there's nothing worse than a kid that quits baseball because of a coach. So, yeah, that's for sure. So that's kind of where we're at. Thank you.
Well, good. Well, I like the colors, so I mean, that's I gravitate towards those.
That's a great story, man. About the origin of the team name and stuff like that. I actually like the logo.
Yeah. Well, see, he explained the halo earlier today because I put it on this bat right here that I made. But my man Jerry right here gave me a logo that was. He goes, man, you're gonna have to do something with it. I'm like, oh shit, man. And so when Jerry brought the bat here, then he explained to me about the halo. So I never knew that. But you also said there was a football.
Yeah, there was originally a football on it, and Candace, who's kind of our team mom, has kind of redid it to do that as well. So and usually it's funny because nobody over at TL will be able to wear the number 9. That's funny because the way the story goes with the 9, and usually you'll see me with the 9 or 9 on my back. People think I have a kid, but I don't. So he was born on September 19th, which is the day before my birthday, right?
Okay.
My daughter found out she was pregnant in November, which in Latin means 9. He passed away January 9th, right? Jesus died on the 9th hour of the cross, and my baseball number was 9. So that's kind of how that's relevant. Wow. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, it is pretty deep. Yeah, it's deep. And
well, sorry for your loss.
No. You know, and there's reasons. There's you can't explain stuff, but yeah, for sure.
Correct.
No, I appreciate you. Let me tell the story for sure.
Yeah, no. And that's the reason why we're here. And so Jerry, how did you hook up with throwing leather? I mean, where were you before? What happened?
Yeah, so you know what, my son and I started off with the Legends Mafia, man. right?
R.I.P.
That's OG, old school. That's old school.
Yeah, so I kind of met Junior and Julio through that, and then so that's where we started. I was 7 years old or whatever, and we played with them for a little while. But yeah, so a friend of mine, Gene, who plays with his son plays on throwing leather, reached out and said, hey. We need a couple guys. We're looking for a couple guys. You guys still playing with so-and-so? And I said, hey, right now, man, we took a little break, and I'm looking for a team. Yeah, we're going to start up here pretty soon. He said, you guys ought to come check us out. So we we picked up with them one weekend out there at Baseball USA. And it was good for me, man, because I got an opportunity to kind of just sit back and watch for once, and not be on the field and involved in that kind of thing, which it's been a while since I've done that. And, man, I watched our parents, first. Took a look at our parents, see how they were reacting to the game, how were they with each other, and that kind of thing. And then I went watching the kids in the dugout was big. Behavior is big for me, especially, at that age, right? How do they carry themselves? When they strike out, how are they walking back into the dugout?
For sure.
Are they cheering on their teammates while they're in the dugout? Or are they kind of just fooling around, that kind of thing? And all that stuff was pretty familiar, up until this point where I was like, hey, man, I think I got something here, watching this group of boys. And that goes back on Ty and Lucas and stuff that they got rolling. So I was impressed, just based on that. And then, what they were doing on the field. These guys can play, they work hard, they play hard. It's like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, but that's good, man. Yeah. That's good because it's hard to find a team that you're going to feel comfortable with, especially now in today's select baseball. I mean, it's,
oh yeah.
Back when I started a long time ago, it's a lot different than what it is now. And I'm not saying it's bad or good, but it's just different.
There was no select ball when we played, right? There was just Little League All Stars.
Just Little League All Stars, and then you were done.
That's it, right? You done.
We'd
go to play American Legion or
yes,
but that's it.
It's funny that you bring that up because I always wanted to play American Legion, and I never had a chance to. Although my dad was a member of the American Legion, I think they had it in post 490. I think they had a team back in the day. But they never had it where I grew up over here down the street. And so I always wanted to play that. And a couple of years ago, I saw the American Legion World Series. I think it was on ESPN 2 or something like that. Yep. And I told my wife, man, I always wanted to play that. And so I never got a chance to. But, you know, nowadays kids can play pretty much. I mean, baseball's open all the time. That's why it's so funny, Junior, that tournaments got canceled this week because I mean, that never happens, man.
Never.
I mean,
got canceled on a Friday, bro.
They didn't get an entry fee yet.
Oh, man. There's so much stuff online that I've been wanting to comment, and I can't.
I have no comments because I'm
just like, geez, I've been asking, like, telling Julio, like, hey, bro, can you please post this, like, for me? And, you know, but yeah, when I read that, I almost wanted to call Darren and be like, come on, dude, you knew that was coming. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the weather. They should have made that call earlier.
Okay, but listen. Okay, not to play devil's advocate, but I will. If given the chance, do you think those teams that signed up for the tournament would be out there at 9:00 tomorrow morning?
Oh, I would.
You got those parents that are.
Season started last week.
We
I'm just saying. I think. Okay, so we say all that, but I know 2 high schools that play today at 3:00.
What?
Yes.
Who?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I know.
I know 2 high schools that play.
You got to watch high schools because you know they're scared about being shut down. You know, with UIL and man, it's tough for that because they have more. You know, they have more things to go through for sure.
Yeah. But I think, but they did play because, first I thought they were going to play, but then I saw somebody's Facebook story and they were actually at the game. So I text, what's your guy's name? The one who wanted to fight? Who wanted to fight Junior?
Which one?
Oh,
damn, Junior. Don't you like De La Hoya? Huh?
Man, I don't know. They just said like, hey.
The one who called you a B.
Oh, that one, Matthew.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was at the game. Yeah, he was. He was at. I saw his story and I said, man, who won? And so.
That's messed up, man.
Not that he really wanted to fight you, but you know, it was all in fun.
It's like it was so. I mean, guys, everybody knows about how the group works. And he just got all hot. And I was like, come on, man.
They're best friends now, Steve.
Yeah, from what I heard. I mean, so that's why I reached out to him because he was at the game. And, man, I don't know, man. Listen, I got into my car and I turned my car on. I saw a little snowflake on there. I was like, man, it's too damn cold. However, if you give teams a chance to play, they will play. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is what it is.
And, you know, with the COVID things happening, it's kind of changed a little different things, you know. And when Jerry came on board, you know, we talked about him doing some physical stuff. So what we did with the COVID thing is we were doing baseball one week and doing condition next week.
Okay.
Next year we're not. And we're going to stop baseball thing and we're just going to condition, right? The reason why I believe that, because kids' arms need a break, man. It's been proven. It's proven now, you know. They need a break. And it's just let them condition, take a break, man. It helps charge their batteries. And guess what? It helps charge our coaches' batteries too.
Okay.
Man, it does.
So I say that, and I bring that up all the time, and I have a half of the people will say I'm full of shit.
You're not.
Okay.
It's proven.
Because people want reps. And I tell everybody, not every rep's a good rep. I mean,
yeah.
And I told somebody the other day, they were talking about this team here in Houston, and I was like, man, they'll be done by March, April, because they didn't stop. Okay? And so if we take the timeline, let's just say, and I know last year was COVID, so let's say – well, we played during the summertime, didn't we?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, it was right in June,
So
July,
was it June?
August.
Well, they shut us down, March through June.
Through June, right? It was something like that? Okay.
So that was a break in itself.
It was the first week of June when we got back to it, and the second week of March, because it was right after the NIT.
Okay, so then say June to
3 months.
May.
3 months.
Okay, so June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, they're going to go strong for like 10, 11 months. So those pitchers, whoever they are, man, April, May, they're going to be tired.
If it was successful,
they just take a break.
If it was successful, the professionals will do it, right? They make the money, right? They make big money. They do it all year round. That's the reason why they take a break for 3 months and condition or whatever. I mean, it's proven. It's just not us not wanting to coach or making stuff up to take control. It's just proven.
Yeah.
People just need to relax and have their kids do other things. If it's working out, it's something. You don't have to touch a baseball for 3 months. It's okay. They'll still have the same skill set, I promise.
Yeah.
They will.
Man, Steve preaches about that all the time.
Does he?
I get a lot of crap about it too, man.
And I'm always the guy like, come on, bro. Like, you got to get reps, reps. But not until what happened with Jay, then I'm like, man, you know what, I guess Steve's right. But I get it. I get it now. Mm-hmm. But I also get why, though. There's two things, right? Obviously, you need the rest. Get the rest. But the weather, man. If it's not over 75 out there, I don't want to be out there. It's too cold. So I got used to it. Uncle Steve rubbed that on me. So I always tell you, right? Like if it's like below 60 out there, I ain't going out there. No.
So let me tell you the backstory on that, because one time a couple of my friends wanted me to go play golf, so I made a rule: I wouldn't play golf if it was over 92 degrees, and I wouldn't play if it was under 75. So
7 o'clock tea time.
So I never played, right? And I told him, dude, I'm just not going to do it. I mean, because when I was younger, man, I was out there playing golf like I was going hunting. Like I told Julio, man, I'd have everything on. Could barely hit the damn golf ball, man, because I had so much stuff. But I wanted to be out there. So then at some point in time, I'm like, I think I just woke up one day and I'm like, you know what, this is just stupid. Mm-hmm. And so I made.
Did you wear a red polo too?
No, I didn't have. No,
Steve Woods
wasn't that good.
Hey, we wear red on Sunday for like Tiger. That's what we do. That's our theory. Red on Sundays. Yeah, that's what we try to do. Yeah, for Tiger.
So funny.
Yeah, we do. If it's a perfect world, but
yeah, no. Yeah,
awesome.
But that's what that came from. And so I told Junior this and that. He's always
For
telling
real,
me
that's
about
where
it.
it came from? Wow.
Yeah, it came from
That's
golf.
a pretty good story, though.
Yeah, because I think I brought it up when Junior was trying to, or he was gonna go play golf. And he was like, "Oh, bro, I got it." I'm like, "Man, if you've never played golf, nah."
It was a summertime.
Yeah.
It was gonna be like 98. Steve's like, "Nah, I ain't going." I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "Man, bro."
So Steve, have you lost players because you don't work out all year round?
Yeah, we lose players all the time, man. You know, I mean, listen.
For that reason, yeah, and that's. I mean, you got to stay with your philosophy.
Yeah, you know, it's it's kind of touch and go, man, because I don't have a kid on the team. Okay. So when I'm telling parents something, it's, I have no, and even though I still get accused of daddy ball with no kids, because apparently, everybody has favorites and all. You know what? I do have favorites. The guy who hits, the guy who pitches good, the guy who makes the plays.
Shows up practice all the time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Those are my favorite guys, right?
Who said that? Who said daddy ball?
And so, yeah, I mean, but, you just gotta, sometimes you gotta save parents from themselves. And it's not because, you know what I come to find out? They just don't know. I mean, that's it. I mean, some know.
There's a big lack of information.
Yeah, they just don't know. And so we have to tell them this. And, after we tell them this, if they choose to go one route, then they go that route. I mean, it's their kid. Whatever decision they make, that's the right decision for them at that point in time. Sure. So, I don't have any ill will or anything like that. It's just, that's just how it is. I mean, whatever you want to do with your son. Right. I mean, that's what, yeah.
And, me and Jerry have come to the philosophy. If my kids want to pick up another weekend, I don't care. Like you said, reps, right? Reps. First weekend Jerry played with me, his son pitched. Asked him how many pitches can he throw. Yeah. That's it. And you know what? I respect that. If a kid wants to go get extra reps with another team, I'm okay with that. Because the thing is, extra reps help me, right? It's sitting at home. And the thing with that is, if they want to go play somewhere else, I can't control that anyway. It's their kid. They can do whatever. It's their kid. They can do whatever. So I just try to control what I can control, not having no kids on the team. And, yeah, you can't tell parents what to do. I've seen coaches that try to tell kids at 9 and 10 years old, 7 years old, what to eat at freaking in between breaks and do this. Man, I've had a kid come to me, ask me, "Hey, coach, is it okay if I go have a Slurpee in between the games?" And I'm thinking, man, am I that big a dick that he has to come ask me if he can have a Slurpee between the game? But it's a respect thing, too. But you know what I'm saying?
Kona Ice there. Baseball.
Yeah, that Kona Ice is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is good.
Especially on the summer day. You know what, Ty? I will tell you this. I was with you about players picking up until this past year when like I had 5 injuries because they picked up and got hurt the week of.
Yeah, that's fair.
So my thing is this. I'm not playing because I'm trying to protect your kid, but then you go out and you get hurt, and then I got to pay for it.
That's a good philosophy. At this age group here, some of the parents that tell me if he goes plays, he's not going to pitch, right? I won't let him pitch from that team. And I'm like, that's fine, But getting extra swings.
And that's BS.
Thank you.
And they throw 85 pitches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then I'll be on.
They're pretty good. They're going to pitch.
Well, once they get older, right? At 9 and 10, it's a little different, right? 9 and 10, it's a little different. So, but yeah, when they get to the high school level, it goes back to the parents have to do what's right for the kid. And you can educate the parents, whatever.
Of course.
But sometimes they're going to do whatever they want to do. And guess what? Whatever they do don't mean I'll have to accept it, or I still have to make a decision that's best for my team as well.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, because, we make decisions every day on our kids. I mean, whether they're right or wrong, you still make the decision. Then you figure it out later on. But you bring up a topic that we're going to be discussing. I think is it next week or the week thereafter about nutrition and kids eating.
So we're going to have an episode just exclusively focusing on nutrition and kind of like just
awesome,
physical therapy and all
physical therapy a little bit. That's what we're going to lean towards. And the reason why we're going to do that is just because I I'm big into that. That's the way that I kind of like live my lifestyle. So it rubs off on kind of like the kids that I've been around, my own. So
yeah, I remember some of your practices, and Nate showing up and not knowing what he was getting into, and then say, "Dad, why'd you make me do that?"
They're crazy, man. And see, like I'm a firm believer, and it kind of sucks to say this because I was in the generation where I love it, right? Born in '91, I got to kind of see like the old school way, but also learn like technology. And I'm a firm believer that kids don't play outside like we used to, I grew up around this area, matter of fact. So I used to ride bikes right here down Louisiana Street. And, we used to go outside and it wasn't just playing baseball. It was like we played like, I think, every sport every day.
Sure.
And we're outside, bumping heads, hurting each other and getting up and not knowing we were hurt and continue to play. So, it's just, they don't do that, man. Everybody's glued to the iPads, to the PS4s and stuff like that. And whether we want to admit it or not, the moment that you kind of like take your eyes off any kid now, that's what they're doing. And that's a way of life. And it's almost like you got to like schedule a practice just for that. But I think the misconception there is like a lot of parents, they think that getting it like once a week or twice a week and eating like crap the rest of the time or just not doing anything is going to like change. Like, nah, man.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be like, it's a marathon
sure.
when it comes to that stuff.
Absolutely,
for real.
Absolutely.
Jerry does a bunch of that with us, man. He gives the kids homework. He gives them homeworks to do, man. And he helps me out on that part, right? I mean, go ahead.
But I promise, once you start eating clean, it's easy. Steve thinks it's crazy at a young age, but man, okay. I mean, there's a lot of junk in our food nowadays.
Okay, but hold on. So this is the reason why. Okay, because I was in the restaurant business, right, a long time ago, and so our main thing was people are gonna say they're gonna eat one way, but they never do. Okay, they eat totally different than what they tell their friends, what they tell themselves, because a lot of factors go into that. One, if you have a two-parent household and they're both working, you're assuming everybody's going to be home at 5 o'clock and everybody's going to cook and everybody's going to do this. That does not happen. Then you throw in baseball. Then you throw in gymnastics. Then you throw in. So guess what you're doing?
Well, the mom is.
You're eating at Jack in the Box. Yeah. You're eating at Chick-fil-A. You're eating here, there, and wherever else. And then don't have a tournament or gym meet or a volleyball tournament on Saturday and Sunday because guess what? You're eating that too. And so, so when we were talking about this topic, Junior and Julio like this said, okay, well, I have a totally different mindset on that because in the restaurant industry, we craved on you not being able to cook.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were going after your dollar because I'm guaranteeing no matter what I say I'm going to do on Saturday, come Monday, when I go to work and I try to get off, I'm going to change my total mindset. And so everything's geared towards that. And so that's one thing. The second thing is if you're going to eat healthy, that shit's expensive. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. It is really expensive to eat healthy. Okay.
I'll tell you what's more expensive though, Steve, is that doctor bill. That's more expensive. And
I'm going to agree with that.
And I'll tell you,
so maybe you should come on that week.
Well, I would love to talk about that because it goes on and on about organic food being expensive or grass-fed meat, this and that. But let's talk about obesity in this country. Let's talk about our doctor bill. Let's talk about our heart problems. Let's go on and on about that. And then you start looking at big picture, and it's like, well, wait a minute. Maybe if I didn't spend so much over here and just moved that little bit of money and spent that extra $2-3 on good food, I'm looking out for myself. Invest in yourself.
Pack a lunch, man. Weekly prepare food, and then you take it with you. People don't want to do that either, right? Just like you said, nobody wants. I mean, some people do, but like you said, it's a convenience, right?
Yeah,
it's convenience. Kids tired. I'm tired. I don't feel like going home and cook. Let me stop here and get them something.
Exactly.
They'll be quiet. Happy meal. We're good. We'll go to bed. That's good.
Yeah, and it happens every day in the United States. So
yep.
so that's why the topic is going to be pretty good because I'm going to come from a totally different perspective, and to your point, when I walk in Whole Foods and I see a bag of chips for $5.50, I'm already immediately turned off.
Sure.
Okay. When I walk down the aisle and I see bananas for $2 a pound, I'm already done. Okay. Even though I already know what I'm going in there to get. Okay. I go to Whole Foods because I like the big shrimps that they have over there, right? Mm-hmm. Even though they cost what they cost, I still like it. Mm-hmm. But I think to myself, okay, do I really want to come in here and spend $300 to eat how I'm supposed to eat? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now granted, the medical bills, But we don't think about that until one of our family members is dying over there.
That's right.
At Memorial Southeast or wherever at. Okay, we don't think about that. And so it's going to be an interesting topic. I mean, Junior is pretty much spearheading that conversation, but it's a conversation that needs to have, because like I tell Junior and I tell my team, if you go and see a college or a professional game, you don't see no fat people out there playing. Okay, you just don't. You don't. I mean, and if you do, the main thing is Bartolo Colon. Everybody thinks that guy's fat. Okay,
that boy built like a tree.
He's
bro.
really not fat. Now he wears a 3X and a 4X shirt, but when you see him not playing, he's thick, but he's not fat.
He wouldn't have longevity like that if he was fat, right?
Exactly.
He'd be injured. He wouldn't have been successful,
Exactly.
right? I agree. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does have a bad body. Yes, he's wearing 3X and all this and all that. So it makes him look, because when I first met him in spring training, I didn't even know who the dude was, because he looked totally different than what I saw on TV. Mm-hmm. And so, but so I mean, we're going to be talking about that, because I mean, the obesity part of it, I mean, that's really huge. I mean, especially when they're young.
And that the whole deal with the eating is all a mindset, because if you're eating like crap and you're used to it, then it becomes a norm, and really it's fuel. So once you can change that mindset and learn that food is fuel, man, it changes the whole game. But it's hard. Like Steve says, it's hard nowadays because practice starts at 6. And if you're like Steve and you show up late, like, hey, you ain't playing. So there you go, hauling ass like all over town. I'm not me personally, but, just in general, everybody. And you ain't getting home till like 9 because the coach always wants to do extra stuff, So sure. By the time you get home, it's 9, and mom's either popping some frozen food or, like you said, you got some Jack in the Box tacos for sure.
Well, just like what Willie's saying right now, Willie Ainsley said all the kids in the hood, is that they're not eating healthy or they are eating healthy?
They are. They're not.
They're not eating healthy, and they're bigger, stronger, and faster in a lot of instances. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Some of them are.
I think because the kids in the hood, because I come from the hood.
I come from the hood.
Right? Everybody's outside. They're still outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only like the areas that like became, I guess, like, man, I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, but also.
I'm going to get banned again.
but also, if you're born a natural athlete, it doesn't matter what you put in your body.
Yeah, I agree, Steve. But
you're
if you're outside, you can become an athlete by just being around kids that are and just chasing them. Then by the time you know, it's like, oh, look.
Yeah, I think one we're missing there, though, Junior, is hydration. And how much being hydrated
matters.
How much it matters with focus, paying attention. Your mood, right? Yeah, all that stuff is absolutely affected by how much water intake you get. And a lot of these kids just aren't walking around drinking water. Let's face it, they're not. Right. They're not. And come practice, I asked the kids, how much water did you drink today? Well, I might have had 1 bottle. That's not going to cut it. Right. And then you'll sweat that out in 20 minutes here. Just not enough. So, yeah, what you eat, absolutely. But what are you drinking? How much water are you getting? I mean,
especially in a humid area like this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Think about what we're made of. Think about what your brain's made of. I mean, we're talking water.
Right. No, I'm with you. And, it's funny because a lot of people, I have kids that don't even bring water to practice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You still see it. Yeah.
I'm like, man, you're crazy. Not to end this topic, but
end it because we're gonna save
this. Okay. So let's talk about.
Go ahead, say it with your chest, Steve.
No, well, let's talk about what else you offer here.
Sure.
Well.
So absolutely.
So let's talk about the yoga.
So let's talk about the yoga. So one of the things here at Power Alley, I just did not want to drop some cages, throw down some turf, and say, hey, you guys come on in here and hit and throw. Right? I wanted to do something different here at Power Alley, and for me, Steve, it's about creating a culture, right? Creating a culture of hey, let's be a little more mindful of what we're doing, right? So you guys are just talking about nutrition, and you guys are going to talk about that next week. So I won't get into that too much.
Okay.
But that's one thing. You can. That's one thing I want to do here. Okay, I want to do smoothies, protein stuff. I'm not going to offer them junk food in here. Don't come in here if you want to buy chips and candy. It's not going to be here. Okay.
Damn.
I'm sorry. If you want soda, forget it. It's not sold here.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one thing. All right. I really want to push that healthy lifestyle on our athletes. Let's start talking. Let's have that conversation at least. They're 10, 9, or whatever. Yes, mom and dad's going to give them whatever we want, but that doesn't mean that here at Power Alley they can't walk by and hear right? That information
Okay.
here and there, right?
Okay.
So another thing I want to do. So I've been into yoga. I've practiced yoga before. I've meditated. My wife's into yoga. So, for me, it's something that I've always wanted to do here at the baseball facility that's been in my head for years, right?
Okay.
I've always thought, man, let's not just hit and throw. What else can we do here? So strength training, speed and agility, all that kind of stuff. Sure, that goes hand in hand. But what else? I thought, man, we've got to do the yoga thing. So I put a little message out on a Facebook group on a yoga. I forget the name of it.
Houston Yoga.
Houston Yoga.
Okay.
There we go. And
Pretty easy.
I got a few responses.
Okay.
Okay. And looked into those responses and came across yoga athletics and started reading into that. And I go, bingo, this is it. I mean, absolutely lined up with. And so she set up a Zoom call. First one I missed. I apologize. I still apologize. I missed the Zoom call. But the second Zoom call I made.
You were there.
I was there. And we talked a little bit and love what these guys are doing. I'll let them tell you all about what they're doing, but it's going to be awesome. I'm super, super excited about it, and I'll let you guys kind of dive into what that's all about.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name's Patricia Beaumeyer.
Patricia? Okay, nice. Thank you for being here tonight on this rather cool night. So
Yeah.
thank you for coming. Are you from this part of town or?
Yes, we're sisters. This is Kaylin, and we're from the north side of Houston. So
Okay. What high school did you go to?
I graduated from Scarborough, so
Oh,
we played
okay.
Chavez over here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we're just from
that
the-
is the north side.
Yeah, north side Heights. So
Okay.
not Cypress.
Oh, well, I'm not from Cypress either, so I'm cool. Okay, so how long have you been doing this?
Well, we started playing sports when we were 4. So
Okay.
and I played select softball for 14 years, and then I was a strength coach in college and majored in sport management,
Okay.
Kenny's major. So I was a coach first, so fitness, strength and conditioning, that was all what I did. And then in 2013, we got certified. So I've been coaching or teaching yoga since 2013.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and you same story or
Yeah, a little
different
bit.
timeline, same timeline or?
A little different.
Okay.
I played softball for I think until 6th grade, like 4 to 6th grade, and then I played volleyball. So I started playing club volleyball for 7 years, and then I played in college at a D1 program for 4 years and got a lot of injuries, and then found yoga from doctor's orders, and so I started practicing yoga right during college area to help with some low back issues.
Oh, okay. And where'd you play at?
Southeastern Louisiana.
Okay, nice. I had a friend that played baseball there a long time ago.
Oh,
so,
cool. They had a
yeah.
great baseball program.
Yeah, he wasn't that good,
beat LSU
but but I'm glad you went there though. So that's pretty good. Okay, so is this something that you like? This is your passion? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
tell us about it because it's something that when Jerry was talking about yoga and meditation and stuff like that. My wife is big into all that stuff. Me, not so much. I mean, listen, okay. If I close my eyes and try to meditate per se, I'm gonna give myself maybe about 15 seconds, and then I'm gonna have a song in my mind.
Fall asleep.
That's normal.
And then I'm like, man, you know what? I should be able to do this, but I just never. And so we have a streaming service, and so on our TV, my wife puts on the little thing with the waves and all that. It sounds great, right? Until I start actually paying attention to it, and then I'm just like bored. And so for the normal person like me, how do you meditate? What do you do? How can somebody like me? How can you turn me into somebody that can actually do it? Because I do want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just my phone starts ringing. I start thinking of a song. I start thinking some BS, whatever happened during the day, and then I'm just off track.
Well, like you said earlier, I'm going to make this long story really long.
Longer? Okay.
So,
You're in the right place.
So we're actually 4th generation Houstonians, and our mom played volleyball for University of Houston, and then
Okay.
she was a coach, and she was our PE teacher, and she started meditating with us when we were in her PE class.
Okay.
And at that time, it was just turn the lights off, be quiet, play some soft beachy wave music,
Yeah.
and just sit in stillness. And so that's how we started doing it when we were in elementary school. And then I would say it wasn't until probably the past 10 years that when we got certified, that we really dove into it. And I was super reluctant as well, even with the yoga, the physical part, just because I like to move, I like to be around people, I like to talk, I like to be aggressive, and it's none of those things. And also you go inward, and so you have to hear all your thoughts, and who wants to hear those? So my first response would be is that it's a practice just like anything else, just like learning to hit or learning to throw or pitch or catch. It's a practice that you have to get on your mat or wherever you are and do it over and over and over again. And even if it's just 5 minutes a day, it's got to be every day.
Okay.
And that once you do that and you find that consistency, then you begin to feel the benefits of it. And then that's what gets you coming back and gets you craving it later.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's no like magic pill or anything. You just have to keep doing it.
Okay, so keep practicing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, because I'm terrible at it, Jack.
And I think you have to find someone that you can relate to.
Yeah.
So I think the reason we started this company was because when we would go to yoga studios, we were like, what is this stuff, right? Like,
What's that elephant on the wall?
Yeah,
And
like,
what's
is
the
this
incense and the weird music? And
yeah, like, how is this really going to help me, doctor? Like, I need help with volleyball. Why am I here? And so we kept going, we kept showing up and started feeling all the physical and mental benefits. And then we realized we need to bring this to the athletic community in a more athletic friendly way. So we're going to talk about how this pose directly affects your arm swing and how this pose affects your sliding into third base, right? Like, and so we've taken just regular yoga. It's still yoga. We didn't like create new yoga, but we've learned what poses affect each sport and then how to talk to that athlete. So like whatever your goal is, we would just talk to you about your goals as what you're working on.
Okay.
And so just a little bit more relatable, right? And like kind of downplay all the yoga lingo or the Sanskrit.
And so when it comes to meditation, the same thing comes into play. You talk about a resilient mindset and confidence and competition, and those are the things you're meditating about. So you can directly relate it and apply it to your sport.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, Steve, and if I could add to that, you know, a little tip, something that helped me and something I always remind my son about is, you know, the day before he's going to pitch or something like that, I always talk about, hey, let's go sit down and let's just focus on the breath. So when the mind wanders, when you start going here, there, a song pops in your head, just go right back to the breath. Feel it go through your nostrils, exhale out of the mouth, and just go back to that. And it's going to wander. You know, they call it monkey brain, right? It's going to jump all over the place. Just come back to the breath and go, oh, yeah, I'm here. There it is. And start over. And it's okay. That's one thing too, is not to judge yourself. Oh man, this ain't gonna work. My mind's here, it's going there. You got to be super
I think about that all the time.
I know, absolutely. We all do. My son, he's 10. He's like, Dad, you know, but let's just breathe. You know, start there. It'll get better. So,
okay. Yep. So let me ask you a question, Jerry, because you're in a predominantly Hispanic part of town.
Sure.
Okay. How are you two ladies going to correlate that to bring something on this side of town that quite honestly maybe hasn't been introduced, and if it has been introduced or it's been talked about, has been talked about in maybe not the best light, because not that they don't know, they just, well, hell, let's just say they just don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's everybody here going to try to integrate that and try to bring yoga into over here?
Well, at the end of the day, for me, parents need to know, why is that beneficial?
Okay.
Why would I spend money, and why would I take the time out of whatever to do that? So they got to understand how that translates over to the sport, how that's going to help my player or my kid improve, right? And so one of the things I asked them in that Zoom meeting was, do you guys, during the yoga practice, talk about how this translates to baseball? This pose, how does it help with this? How does it help with that? And I think if parents are just lacking that information.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think if that information gets out there, not just that, but if they start seeing like Giancarlo Stanton, how he practices yoga before games, or Matt Chapman, how he gets into yoga.
A lot of them do.
A lot of them are starting to do that more often. Well, let's come here. Let's show up to one class. Let them watch upstairs. Let them watch it. See what happens. Let these ladies talk and discuss and explain the benefits of that, and then, you know, start seeing the benefits of it. I mean, one thing, and I talked to the pitchers all about, it's just coming back to the breath, right? So I don't get into too much of the yoga thing, but they're up on a mound. They have the ball, so they're elevated. Everybody's looking and waiting, right? They've got to throw strikes. They got to throw strikes, Steve, right? So a lot of pressure. And then they just walked the first guy. They just walked the second. Now they got two runners on, Steve, right? So they're nervous, right? They're 10 years old, and I remind them all the time, hey, where's my breath? Before you throw the next pitch, and realize what that really does for you. It kind of it slows your heart rate down, it kind of quiets things down a little bit. And now we can go execute, right? So I'll let them talk a little bit more, but that's just my thing here is just get the information out.
Yeah, and the reason why I pose that question is because I'm from this side of town. And so when I grew up on this side of town, if somebody would have tried to tell me something about yoga, I would have been like, nah, that's and I hate to say it now as I'm older, I maybe should have learned some stuff back in the day, but I'm not going to say it was pure ignorance or anything, but we just didn't know. And so I like the answer about, if I'm pretty sure if you ladies explain it correctly to these people, you're going to be fine. But it's just getting to that point of doing it. Yeah, or am I off base on that?
No, it's getting in front of them, relating to them, educating them, like Jerry said.
And also having a coach that backs you is a huge thing
it's
for
huge.
us. If they're practicing what they preach, if they're working on breath work, they're looking toward their coaches. They're not looking towards the yoga instructors. And so having a coach to back us is our number one benefit to keep bringing this to them.
Absolutely. Yeah, and one of the things with Junior, when he's talking and he's working out the kids, he's always talking about flexibility. Yes. And so, honestly, I see a lot of stiff kids out there. If you're not flexible, just in my opinion, you can get hurt. Nothing good can happen off of that. And so if you're teaching kids how to be more flexible, man, I think that's going to be awesome.
Increase range of motion.
Yep.
Yeah, strength. We can go on and on. Really, we can talk on. They can talk all night. Really, about those benefits. Yeah, absolutely.
And we do a lot of the flexibility practices on the field with your bat, with your glove, in the dugout, and so that they can see that it's not all that weird. They can literally do it while they're playing baseball.
Oh, okay, okay. So are y'all gonna have classes here, or how is that gonna be on the weekends?
So
are you at liberty to discuss that?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, and all the nets are retract, Steve. So this whole place will open up to just one big open area. And I'm planning on having either a morning class, and we'll work out some good times that work for both of us, and start posting it and having kids sign up, or and go from there.
We love working in person. That's our favorite thing. We have a location close to Baseball USA, actually.
Okay, where at?
I-10 and Gessner.
Okay.
But yeah, we're excited to be here and actually teach them on the turf. It makes a huge difference. And we also just launched an online portal, so we have classes online for baseball and softball athletes where they can filter for their season, whether they're in postseason or preseason, upper body, lower body, like sport, position specific even.
Okay.
So when they're not here, like if you can't open on Monday because of the weather, you can assign a class that they can do at home.
Oh, okay. And how's that working out for you? Is it working out pretty good?
Yeah, we just launched it
on Tuesday.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Nice. Congratulations.
We launched our new portal on Tuesday, and so we're just spreading the word. But it's really fantastic. We train some volleyball girls right now, and so it's really easy for us to just, hey, y'all aren't coming today. You're doing this specific class, and then they're all doing it together, and no one's really missing out on any training.
Okay. No, that's pretty nice. Now, do you have a website?
We do. Yogaathletics.com.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's
spelled weird.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Athletics, ATHLETEX, as in Texas.
Okay, nice.
And then our online portal, so if you're not in Houston, it's YAX Online, yaxonline.com.
Okay.
And that's for, you can train with us, meditation, yoga, and Kaylin does performance breathwork anywhere in the world.
Wow, nice. Well, that's pretty cool. So all this just because...
Well,
you put a post up.
Well, it's crazy, not to interrupt, but I had left that site like years ago because it was all this weird yogi stuff, and I was like, this is not for me. I want to work with athletes. And I had logged back onto that like 2 days before you posted that, and I was like,
oh really?
Oh my gosh, I never used to see stuff like this. I need to work with this guy.
Yeah, and I don't post in groups, and I was never part of a yoga group before. But
I would never take you for being in a yoga group, but that's just me. My bad.
No, that's okay. You're not the first one to say that, Steve. Just looking at it, that's okay. That's all right. No, but I think it's going to be great. I'm really excited about getting this rolling here at Power Alley, and again, offering our athletes another way to improve, and not to put too much emphasis on all the yogi stuff and everything, but let's talk about how is this going to help me be a better baseball player. But ultimately, Steve, how is this going to help me deal with stress at school?
Right.
Right? How is it going to help me deal with whatever's going on in the home? Right? Dealing with stress and pressure. And eventually they're going to high school or a job. And how is this going to help me? And if I can just plant a seed, with their help, that's good with me.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. Well, we have a question for y'all. What's the age minimum for yoga?
We personally start at age 11.
Okay.
That's according to the LTAD model, the long-term athletic development model. That's when they're learning to train.
Okay.
And generally start playing a slick ball or club ball. And so that's the age we start. I have taught at potty training and up.
Wow.
But for sports, 11 and up is what we prefer.
Okay.
I can tell you my son, I started getting him around it and the whole sit down, let's just be quiet. He was 6-7 years old when we first started. I just introduced it to him. And I've already seen benefits just in his ability to, when he's pitching, to be able to, in situations, to be able to just step off, go back to the breath, relax, and pitch. Just go to work and just stay there and not worry about anything going on in the stands. Who's over there clapping at you on first base, right? And go to work.
Yeah, so. that happens a lot.
Kids pick it up really, really quickly, and they actually, I would say, pick it up better than older adults do.
Yeah.
They're very susceptible to learn, and so even age 3, if they're just working on breath work, like you said, it starts to help with their tantrums and their mood swings, and their, it's great. Really young, like as soon as they can start moving, you can start teaching them yoga.
Really?
Yeah,
I would have never known that.
They actually love to lay flat in shavasana, just on their back, and you can place like a stuffed animal on their stomach and teach them to breathe just by watching that. Make the animal move with your breath, and they're into it. And then they don't realize they're down regulating their nervous system and learning to control their anxiety and.
Wow.
Like yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, and the reason why I asked that question about this side of town is because when I grew up on this side of town, we were never taught this stuff.
Right.
We weren't
and
either.
So
we grew up in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood, but our mom, I guess, having been a collegiate athlete, we just were lucky.
Yeah.
Our dad.
She was a PE teacher in elementary, so she was studying this with her degree. But like my teams, we never did yoga. We never stretched. We never were doing breath work. So I personally wasn't training with my group until post-college, and I found it on my own, even though my mom had kind of instilled it in me. So I was more open to going to try it, but it's not taught really in most places. No. It's just now starting to kind of come around, I think, for athletes.
And one thing I hate is when I'm at Baseball USA and I see kids just showing up to the field and they just start playing.
Yeah.
There's no stretching. Minimal warm-up. Yeah, you can be there an hour before the game. But if the game before you finishes earlier, well, now you're on the clock. You got 10 minutes. Okay. So long gone is a stretch, and all you're trying to do is get ready for the game. And we don't understand how important the stretching aspect is. And quite frankly, I didn't understand it until I was a little bit older. Because, when you're younger and you're more limber, so to speak, you can get away with stuff like that, right? But then as you start getting older, I mean, you really can. And so I just cringe when I see that, and I see it every weekend at Baseball USA. And unfortunately, it's going to lead to somebody getting hurt if it hasn't already. So
absolutely.
But that's just, unfortunately, that's just the situation that we're in as far as baseball is concerned. So what you two ladies are talking about as far as yoga, I think is pretty impressive. But that's just me though. So
no, I mean it's true. Generally, people don't find a yoga practice until they've experienced injury, unfortunately.
Correct.
And so we're just here to try to prevent that and let these kids play their sport for as long as possible, because I hated having to quit my sport when I was 18. I wish I could have played when I was right now 40. So
and let's be honest, how much is there how many conversations are out there about injury prevention? How often do we talk? Let's get faster, let's get stronger, right? Let's hit further, let's throw harder. But what are we doing after a 6 games weekend? What are we doing? What are we doing that Monday, right? Yeah. Or back on the field, same old practice, right? And there's just, again, creating. If I can get something like that going here, just dropping it in your ear. Maybe a coach picks it up. A parent picks it up. If we can get more of that going, like you said, in this area, maybe they're not used to that. The whole yoga thing, or whatever. Well, there's a certain responsibility I feel now, knowing the benefits of that, to bring that to this community, or bring that to, I mean, my circle of friends, they don't really do yoga, whatever, you know, so it's not something, of course, it's not something that, you know, me and my neighbors or whatever are used to doing. But since I do know it, I know the benefits of it.
Right.
I feel a certain responsibility to not only tell my players, but now I want to tell as many people as possible.
Yeah, no, and that's pretty good. I mean, and so when you walk me through, like I asked Jerry earlier, walk me through when you wanted to start doing this. How did it come about? I mean, you said you told us about your background, but when you decided, like, you know what, this is what we want to do, when was that?
I'll actually let Kaylin talk on that.
Yeah, I was working in oil and gas, and going to yoga class like 3 times a week in the evenings, and thinking, I hate sitting at a desk all day. I hate this. I cannot do this for the rest of my life. And I was loving yoga, and I was like, I think I need to be a yoga instructor. And I like told my friends, and they were like, you're crazy. Like, you're never gonna make money, right? And I was like, I know, but I feel this like deep in my soul that I need to be a yoga instructor. And I thought about it for about a week or two, and then I was like, I need to teach yoga to athletes specifically, and I need to teach them at a younger age before they get injured, because I got injured in college and I couldn't keep playing, and it just came over me, and like you said, I wouldn't stop talking about it. And so I told Patricia, I really want to get certified to teach. And she was like, me too. I want to get we do everything together.
She's very creative and has all these wonderful ideas, and I don't, but I'm a doer. So she says, I want to get certified. I'm like, okay, I signed us up.
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing that.
So we balance each other out a lot. For that, yeah, she like makes our business completely run smoothly, and I just come up with all the ideas on what we should be doing. But so we got certified, and while we were getting certified, the last day of our certification was on how to run a business or how to get hired. And I was like, you know what, I don't want to get hired, I want to own a business. And so the last day of our certification, we started our LLC. We met with a friend who does logos and PR, and she created our name. I just told her I want to teach yoga for athletes. That's what it is. And so she came up with Yoga Athletics. She came up with our logo. She created our website just from conversation. And we started teaching in the park at TC Jester Park, and then we started teaching some CrossFit athletes in our neighborhood too. We started in the neighborhood, and teaching after work twice a week, and we did that for 3 years. And then we were like, we have to decide if we're gonna keep teaching and working 2 full-time jobs, or if we're gonna go full on with Yoga Athletics. And oil tanked, and I got laid off, and got a great severance package, and then we had an opportunity to rent out a space, and we're like, this is a God thing. He's pushing us to do this. It's now or never. Like, if we don't do it now, we're quitting and we're going back to another job. And so we just decided to go full in on it, and really haven't looked back either. Just
good.
Super passionate, and we absolutely love it. And watching the kids catch on. I mean, literally seeing them just take one deep, full breath is like, okay, I did my job today. You know?
When they come back to us after a tournament and say, hey, oh my God, I did that breathwork practice you taught me, and I had got all riled up, I missed my serve, and then I came back in the game, and then and then we won, and it was all because of the breathwork you taught me. Just stuff like that makes it all worth it. Makes the financial trials and tribulations worth it.
Yeah. I have a question for you from one of our viewers. I don't know if you can talk about this right now, but how much does a package run for yoga, or how much is the
so
what would you call it, session? I don't know.
There's all different options.
Training session. It's very similar.
I just want to be respectful, because I don't know anything, so that's why.
It's not as weird as most people think yoga is. It's literally just another form of recovery. So I mean, just think of it as a recovery session. But our online portal right now is $39 a month, and you get access to all of our online classes. If you wanna come in our studio in Spring Branch, we have like a new client special. It's $49 for 20 days, unlimited, and you can try all of our classes for 20 days consecutively. If you want to sign up for full membership, it's $149 a month if you sign up within your trial. And then if you just want to come try one class, no commitment, it's just $30, and you can come try one class, Yoga for Athletes, in person with us. But our online, I think, is the way to go, just for locations. Athletes' schedules, they're having a time to do yoga 2-3 times a week while you're training you're going to pick the sport first, right? Before you pick a yoga session, drive time and scheduling wise. So our online is a great option because they can do it right after practice or right when they get home on their rest day. Okay. And it's only $39 a month. So I feel like it's an easy add-on. And because we just launched our portal on Tuesday, everything's 50% off for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
With code REFRESH.
Oh yeah. So if you go to yaxonline.com, code REFRESH, you get 50% off any of our 1 month, 6 month, or 12-month options.
Okay. Specifically, when will you two ladies be here at this? That's the question I have.
That's a Jerry
question.
Are
we still?
Yeah. So
okay. I'm sorry, but somebody's just.
No.
I'm going off what they're asking.
Sure. No problem. So, Monday we're officially open.
Okay.
And on Facebook, on our Instagram, I'm still working on a website. I'm actually building that myself. But I will be in discussion with them, and then I will post on all those platforms.
Okay.
Our very first class, when that's going to start, what day that is. I'll get a sign up, with your email and all that good stuff, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to make a big video and all that kind of stuff. I'm really going to push it. I really want our people to come, and one of my big goals was that too, to get to get our friends familiar with it, is to make it affordable. Right. So if our community here goes, I'm going to drop in on this yoga class, but it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, Southeast side people are still Southeast side people.
That's right. That's right. So taking that into consideration, and at the same time, I'll post all that stuff soon, and you'll be able to find that out.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, because people want to know. So awesome. They're gravitating to what the two of you are saying. So which I think is pretty darn good. So.
We appreciate the opportunity that Power Alley and Jerry's given us.
Well, good. So Jerry, so like as far as the mix, what do you think yoga is going to bring as far as? Well, let's just talk business, but not too specific. But is it going to be about maybe 20-30%? Have you tried to figure that out yet, or you're just going to wait and see? Or because the predominant business is going to be. Either teams or rental.
Sure, absolutely.
Cage rentals, excuse me.
Absolutely. And the way we're going to start off is, and of course, I'm going to see what kind of response we get, right?
Right.
We're going to start off with, I'm going to have it, probably start off with once a month. If I can do twice a month, that'd be great. Let's just see what kind of turnout we get, see what kind of response we get. And then once they go back and say, hey, that was great, you got to come with me, this next one's going to, that kind of thing. Just want to see what kind of response we get. And if I can do it weekly, and then so on, I'm going to absolutely do that. Okay. So.
Well, I can attest. Just talking to the two of you guys are pretty really into it. And so if any of that brushes off on anybody in the other room, then the two of you are going to be pretty good on this side. The only thing is you're going to have to fight that Southeast side mentality, which is on.
We got that. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Oh man. And so you get a 7-day free trial.
Yeah.
On the website?
Yep, for every sign up.
Nice. I'm going to sign up because I need to get better.
There you go, Steve.
I need to get better. My wife. Okay, so when I was living in Dallas, my first.
I can't believe you admit that you lived there.
Huh? I actually liked it there.
He says it on the air.
Wow. Brave.
I was in Dallas, then I moved to Arlington. But I actually liked living there. So my first thing of yoga is I used to wake up in the morning and I used to see a bald-headed guy sitting on a little mat doing breathing and all this. And as soon as I saw him, I click it because I didn't, but I always saw him every morning. And then the funny thing is I moved back to Houston and I was looking for that guy and I never found him. I never knew whatever happened to that guy because it was just kind of like when I woke up, he was there and I was watching him on TV, kind of weird. But that's how I got introduced to yoga.
How funny.
And so I never knew what that guy's name was, but it was always interesting. And so I did live in Dallas, and I actually kind of liked it, even though I know as Houstonians we're not supposed to say that, but I had a great time there. It was like really. Have you ever lived there?
No.
Oh,
why?
Okay. Well, I got transferred there. I had when I got transferred there, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna like this place." I actually loved it. It was nice. The only thing I didn't like was the non-stop coverage of the Cowboys and the Texas Rangers. Other than that, it was awesome. Just like living here in Houston, same places, same everything. It's just just a different city. So I liked it. But but I think what the two of you are doing, like I said, and I'm not just telling you this. how your energy's coming off and how, you know, your attitude is about talking about yoga. I mean, that's pretty darn good. And so, you know, when you brought up about you getting a severance package and trying to figure all that out. Well, when I started my back company, it was almost kind of like that. I was like, oh man, I think I'm going to do this. I don't know if I really want to do it. You know, let me talk to a friend. A friend's like, oh man, that's a stupid idea. And man, let me hang up on this guy. And so when you were explaining that, I kind of understood exactly where you're at on that.
Yeah.
And I like asking people that because not that we're trying to get into your mindset, but there is a mindset. Just like when I asked you about, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
You know, you got to overcome something, and then once you overcome it, then you know you can pretty much do whatever.
There's the initial fear for sure.
Yeah,
always.
It's always there. So, you know, but it is what it is.
Sure.
We were really fortunate to have real supportive parents. Our dad's an entrepreneur, and our mom being a coach and talking about following your passion. I mean, it was no question.
So it was kind of
yeah. I mean,
but you still got to do it though. You still got to do it.
We questioned ourselves more than they were like, y'all have to do it. Y'all have to do it.
Yeah.
So
They were like, it's now or never. You only get one life. And I was like, I feel like we're jumping off a cliff. Like this is insane. And then it's been wonderful. I don't see my life in any other way or doing any other thing. So
and while we're super passionate about yoga and meditation and all that, it really is about the holistic approach to athleticism. So just like Jerry was saying, like yes, we want them doing yoga, but that's not the end all be all. We want them to have a full encompassed approach to moving.
Okay.
And playing their sport for as long as they want, because we felt like was taken away from us from improper training. And if we would have had a form of recovery like yoga, I think we would have played our sports for longer. Because I would love to go. I mean, I play volleyball for like an hour a week, and I feel like my shoulder's gonna fall off from bad overuse training. And like y'all were talking about earlier,
repetition,
no break time. I mean, playing club volleyball, I think we got 2 weeks off for a whole year, and I played for 7 years straight. So there were no days off, right? And you have to take time off to recover. It's science, and no one's listening to that because it's always like harder, faster, stronger.
It's just not popular,
right?
It's not popular.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let me bring something up because during the pandemic, you know, I was watching stuff on Netflix, and I watched the documentary. I can't remember his name, but it was about cheerleading at Navarro Junior College. Did y'all see that?
I was told to watch that. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Wow.
Cheer, right?
I think it's Cheer. I think it's Cheer.
Yeah. My friends told me to watch that. I haven't.
Man, I got to tell you, oh man, it's wow. It was
intense.
Let's put it this way. I didn't know anything about that, but once I saw that, I saw the first episode. I saw it. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not really going to be into it, but I'm just going to watch it just because, you know, Netflix says, man, you know what? I think you ought to like this. So I go in there and watch it.
What else are you watching on Netflix?
Oh, because I was watching documentaries at the time for whatever reason. And so it popped up, and I was like looking at it, and my wife comes in, she's like, what are you watching? I watch this thing about cheerleading. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Like, so there's nothing else to do. I mean, I'm just going to watch it. And so I ended up like, almost finishing the whole thing, like in maybe I think I saw it that whole day, if I remember correctly. But what I got out of it was the flexibility, their injuries, how they recovered, and even though they had all the resources of a junior college, and some can sit here and argue that maybe there's not too much resources there, but they had a team of people that were trying to get them back from injury. And it was tough on them. And, you know, so I correlate that when somebody's getting hurt, maybe in high school or select baseball, you know, if they get hurt, they're kind of like on their own. And if their parents don't really know, then they're probably just trying to heal or do whatever. And so I brought that, I'm bringing that up because trying to tie it into what you talk about, you know, you got hurt.
Yeah.
And so you wanted to get, you know, healed up and all that stuff. And so, you know, it's just one of those things that if people know, then we have to educate people, because there's a lot of people like me that
and it's okay to not be educated about this new subject. It's just to try to be open to it and know that it's going to benefit not only your sport, but really your life long term.
Yeah.
Like dealing with school and
we don't think about that.
recruiting and all of that.
That's right.
Especially recruiting,
I have a question. Do the sessions at Alley include the yoga, or is it separate?
It'll be separate.
It'll be separate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How are they both incorporated when wanting both? Certain days only, or?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Let me see. How are they both incorporated when wanting both? I'm guessing here and also at Alley. Well, online, I guess.
So it'll just be separate. So if they want to come hit baseball or throw, then they can sign up for that. But there'll be something separate there'll be a class on a certain day that they can go sign up for. So, so you'll see it. I'll post everything, and it'll be on all our platforms soon.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So any questions, call Jerry.
Yes.
Give me a shout. Give me a shout.
That would be the easiest thing. So what else would you like to talk about while you're here?
Oh gosh, I think y'all let us cover a whole lot.
I know.
Thankful y'all let us plug our business, and I'm just so excited to get in front of more athletes and just help more athletes.
And honestly, if I didn't believe what you guys are doing, you wouldn't be here. And seriously, there's all these other people that reached out, said, hey, I can do that. I'll work with that, this and that. I really read what they're doing, and after speaking to Patricia, I was saying, hey, you know what? These guys are doing it right, and I got excited after I hung up. I was super excited. So what they're doing is awesome, and I'm happy to have that going on here at Power Alley and be able to offer that. So
well, good. Well, I'm gonna sign up later on tonight when I get home. So I'm gonna try to do it because I think I need to. Because right now, starting to deal with parents now, man.
Yes, we actually
that controlled breathing.
We actually have a meditation on the portal for coaches.
Really? Okay. All right. Is that included in my 7-day free trial?
Yes.
It is.
It's all included. You get everything.
So I'm going to sign up under my name, Junior's name, Julio's name. So I'm going to be in there for 21 days for free.
Don't be taking my name.
I'm just messing with you.
But see, look, you can do this in the privacy of your own home, and so nobody has to know you're doing it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And we have each sport. So there's baseball and softball.
Oh, okay. So we're going through the website right now?
Yeah, and then you can filter by what season you're in, or like Patricia said, what body part you're working on. What length of time you want. We've got 20-minute videos, 60 minutes.
Oh, really?
Got warm up, cool down.
Yeah, we've been filming all year, doing pre-recorded videos.
And we try to film with athletes so they can relate. So I do have like a male baseball player in there that maybe the young boys won't just see a girl doing it. Like there's actually, and he played D1 ball, and so I mean.
Junior's always talking about the cool down phase.
Yeah.
And I don't think people are educated enough about the cool down phase, to be quite honest with you. And that includes me too. I mean, I kind of know what it is, but when we're doing stuff due to time constraints, you're like, man, you got to go or whatever. And so you miss that whole cool down thing. And so when you bring that up, that was pretty interesting to me.
Well, once you're done with your game or your practice, you're like, I'm done. I'm
exactly.
exhausted.
Yeah.
I want to go. But
it's another job to stretch after. But
even if you're just utilizing 5 minutes of your time, I mean, there's a different type of stretching you should do before practice or movement and after movement. And so that's why it's so important to have a warm up and a cool down, because they should be very different.
Okay.
And having a cool down helps with delayed onset muscle recovery. And so you're able to go back the next day stronger and ready to play. If you don't recover, then you're going to have a harder time just even getting started in your practice the next day. So just taking those 10 minutes after practice or after a game is actually going to save you more time the next day, right? If you're just like staying on top of it. It's just a lot of dedication, and it's a lot of...
one thing I see a lot of cool down in is I'm a tennis fan, and so I like watching tennis. And if you ever go to a tournament, those guys or women, after they play, then they're in the back courts, they're doing their cool down, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so, these guys are serving, depending, who knows how much they're serving, but they're always overhand serving and stuff. Yeah. And they're able to go back to back to back to back to back. The correlation with baseball is maybe they're throwing 100 pitches a set or a match. I mean, trying to tie both of them together. But what I'm getting to is, those guys and women are playing and they're serving and they're overhand, and then the next day, well, they're doing the same thing. And if you're somebody like Serena, you're in the 110s, 107s. The next day she's in the 110s, 107s. I'm like, wow. It's but I've been to the U.S. Open, and I've seen them as when they finish, then they go to the back courts and they're still practicing and stuff. And so it's really big. I just think due to time constraints and everything else, we just don't do it. And so hopefully with the baseball players and softball players that you're going to work with, you can bring that up to them, and because that's something that we never talk about, Jerry.
If the information there is there, Steve, and they understand how important it is and how it's going to benefit them in their sport, they will find and make time. They will make it mandatory, just as much as doing whatever it is they do. This part of it is part of my training. It's part of me as an athlete, because I want to perform at my best. When I step foot on the field or court or wherever I'm at, I want to perform at my absolute best.
Right. And
I want to play the best, and I want to compete here. Not here, I want to compete up here. Well, how do I do that? What's going to separate you from everybody else who's fast and strong, right? It's those little things. It's paying attention and having a routine and doing these type of things like this. I think it's a separator. So yeah.
Our good friend Beth, she asked, is there anything for baseball moms? Because she can use some breathing practice for sure.
Yeah. We actually have a
oh, do you really?
We have a section on the portal titled Everybody.
Oh, there you go, Beth.
And so there's fitness and yoga for everybody in that.
Oh, okay.
In that section.
Okay.
And that's one thing too. And I was going to talk to you guys about since it was brought up. Moms are usually on the sidelines, right, or in the bleachers watching. Well, with the yoga class, I wanted to also give them an opportunity to work out next to their player. So if they're a little scared, maybe that 9 or 10-year-old or 11-year-old is a little hesitant or whatever, they got mom or dad right next to them, going through the same thing they're going through together. And working on those type of things. I think that'd be really cool. I think
I can't tell you how important it is that you're on board, and the mindset that you have is going to be such a huge game changer for your whole organization, and having all the coaches and all the parents showing up as well and getting behind this, it's going to be a game changer.
Okay, so not to play devil's advocate, but I will. So what are you going to do with the out of shape dad that comes and wants to hang out with his in shape son and out there doing yoga, and you see him struggling? You gonna be nice like you are right now, or are you gonna be on him?
A little of both.
Okay.
I mean, I like to be on him. She'll probably be the nice one.
Okay.
But we, just like with technical skills, we can progress and regress everything. Okay. So everything has a modification.
We always start at like ground level, so like beginner friendly, and then we up level. So you either can stay here or you can come to the next step. And so everyone will be able to access it, like regardless if they're 17, 12-year-old, super flexible. We'll start at base level and then move up.
Yeah, y'all should have a out of shape dad category because I guarantee that sucker will be nice.
Our dad came to yoga with us twice. It was amazing. I can't believe he did it. And pretty much all of our friends are non-yoga dads, so
yeah.
We get them on the mat too. I have one of my best friends is the dad. He's covered in tattoos from head to toe, has a long beard, and he practices every week with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Big old beer belly. He loves it. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna see a lot of that on this side of town, Jerry. So
that's right.
So
I'll be right out there with them too, Coach. Yep.
Well, I wasn't thinking. I was just talking about.
I'm just saying.
Hey, because I tell you what. See, if the two of you had a class on Saturdays, let's say 10 o'clock in the morning, right? Okay. It would be bad because you're going to do whatever we're going to do in there. But as soon as I walk out that door and I start smelling that Mexican restaurant cooking food and this other one over here, it's good. Not the point.
Baby steps.
No,
you're still human.
Yeah, I'm still human, but
it's
man.
It's just yoga. It's not like no Mexican food.
Everything I did in here would go to out there, but glad that, I'm happy that the two of you are going to be here and going to be introducing the yoga to this side of town, because like I said, unfortunately, there's a mindset that maybe doesn't know about it, uneducated about it, but definitely wants to learn. And so, I think the two of you are going to be pretty good here. So
do I.
Yeah. So, and thank you, Jerry, for inviting them today and
absolutely.
talking with. So before we let you go, is there anything else you want to plug?
Not anything else. I think we covered it. Just
YaksOnline.com, code refresh for 50% off anything for the next week.
Yep. And if you're in Houston, yogaathletics.com, and you can see where we're at in Spring Branch.
Go check them out, guys.
Go check them out. So ladies, thank you for showing up tonight in this cold weather.
Thanks for having us. I hope to see all the Power Alley family at our next yoga class here.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet everybody.
And nice meeting everybody too. So thank you.
Thank
you so much. Thank you. Now we're going to be joined back with Junior. He's going to talk about our sponsors. We got a couple of sponsors. We got a new one. Junior, what's one of our new sponsors is Diego Cervantes State Farm Insurance, and I can personally attest to Diego. because he's my insurance agent. Now, you know, when you see all these commercials about, man, this guy saved me $500, $600, $700, and you're always thinking, man, that shit doesn't happen, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you what, my man Diego Cervantes at State Farm, he actually saved me like $1,200 on my car insurance, and he's fixing to save me more money on my homeowner's insurance when it starts in March. So, you have his number?
No,
Junior.
I don't have it on me.
Man, you've been sitting over there.
No, we were working on the camera because we want to do the tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So you. Yeah, I mean we got a Diego Cervantes from State Farm.
Yes, good guy.
So I'm
Select
assuming
baseball
you.
dad too.
Yeah, He was telling me he watches the show and enjoys it. So
give him a
shout
call.
out Diego.
Give him a call because, like I said, he saved me over $1,200 on my auto insurance, and he's going to save me money on my homeowner's insurance too. That kicks in March, and so I got better coverage, a lower price, just by simply calling them and talking to him. And like I said, he's a Select Baseball dad.
And you can call him at 281-258-4181. Auto, home, life, business, insurance. Call, text, email, www.agentdiego.com.
Yeah, and he will answer the phone.
He will answer the phone.
Yeah, he will. So we're gonna take the tour or what?
We're gonna take the tour. Yeah. So I only have like 10% battery, but we're gonna do this.
Junior's just gonna walk around. I'll have it on here. I can still talk about the facility if you want.
Yeah, we can make it quick. Sure.
So just Junior will just walk around. You can just stay here and you can just stay here and talk about it because he's not gonna have all the.
Okay.
Well, start out, Junior. When you walk right through the front door, eventually I'll have a little pro shop in here. I've got a little inventory to start off here, but we'll have a lot more eventually. All these things, you're not going to find a better price at your Academy or your Dick's. So, if you guys want a high quality glove, come see me. Anything over $200, you're going to get a free cleaning condition. There's going to come a one-time free cleaning condition. You're not going to get that anywhere else. So, when you come in, you'll see my guy Altuve over there, and my guy Carlos Correa over here, and Mr. Trout over here, and then so
no George Springer. George Springer. I mean,
I almost got one in.
You gotta have him in the Mets.
That was a close one.
in the Mets. No, Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. Yeah,
Blue Jays.
And then Junior, if you come this way, you can open that door here, pop the light on, and teams. This one right here, Junior. Sorry, coming right through here, pop that light. Yeah. So that's the break room. You coming in quick. It's practice at 6. Didn't really have time to eat. We'll have microwave, refrigerator, that kind of thing in there if you want to bring your packed lunch or whatever it may be, so you guys can eat. I'll also be serving the protein shakes, smoothies, and that kind of thing in there, so you guys can order that stuff here in the front room. And now as we walk through the door, we are in the facility where we go to work.
That a Girl Scout cookie?
Yeah.
Yes. I had to pick those up before we got here. Hopefully my son hasn't eaten them all already, so I can get one afterwards. But so we've got two hitting lanes here in the front. And one thing I see at a lot of facilities when you go in, Steve, is bags everywhere on the floor and all on the way, and it's just a huge giant mess. Yeah. So I put in some hooks so they can hang that stuff up and get it out of the way.
Cool.
A couple banners there from a TL. A couple TL banners. Yep.
Nice.
And then Junior, the Camwood bat, trainer bat.
So those are the hooks right there underneath that, right?
Right underneath that shelf, you'll see some hooks. Right. We got a TV up there, so you can catch up with the latest, or how the game's on, or whatever what's going on. Eventually, baseball season will start up here pretty soon. And then we've got two more longer lanes. These are our pitching lanes. You can also hit in there, of course. Two mounds in there. I'll have radar set up on tripods, so if you guys are interested in tracking your velocity, you'll be able to view that on a screen. If you want to watch little Johnny, see what he's doing on the mound, see how hard he's throwing, you'll be able to stand up there and see the numbers as well. So that's kind of fun.
He's upstairs
and now Junior's upstairs at our viewing area. We brought the tables down here because they were up there, but we needed them. Tables and chairs up there for you guys, parents and kids, kind of get out of the way. Some coaches like the parents to kind of be out of the way. And so
get out of the way, parents.
I wanted to have a viewing area for them. Also, if they have homework or if they've got some stuff they need to work on the computer or charge their phones, whatever it may be, you can do that from there or watch your kid practice, whatever you want to do. And I just got the carpet down and put some rails up and painted it. So, and you can see my nice shiny blue floors.
You just did it this week, right?
I did my best painting the floor, Steve, and I'm not a painter. So
how long did that take you, just out of curiosity?
It took us we put out a coat, and then we had to wait a few hours and come back and do the second coat. So it only took us a day. There's not a whole lot of floor space, but I'm happy the way it came out. Okay. I'll take it.
You ought to name that top level for the parents. Need to figure it out.
Something lounge or something.
The library.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. I mean, yeah, because there's nothing worse than a dad who never played baseball who's giving you tips. Right? Giving you tips, right? Yeah, we love that.
I'm thinking about putting a sign right there on the wall that says "Parents this way," just so they can, in case they didn't know, they can go find it, get it out of the way.
The parent lounge.
The parent lounge or something. Yeah. Well, I'll have a TV up there, so if kids want to sit up there and watch TV, cartoons, or whatever it may be, you can have that going on. Sometimes you got that 2 or 3, 4-year-old running around, and then this is a baseball facility. There's stuff going around, and so if I can get them out of the way and entertained, then I think I'm doing mom and dad a service. So,
Yep. Oh yeah.
I had Adobe High School here the other day. They were up there doing sit-ups and squats and stuff. So it can also double as that if there aren't any parents and kids up there.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And then I know it's dark outside, Junior. You really can't see it, but I just laid out 4 more rolls of turf out here in the parking lot.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's going to be, we have a fence coming in. I've got more netting that's going to be out here. So that'll be strength and conditioning, push some sleds out there, do some med ball work. And then if you guys want to warm up, throw a little bit out there, that's also fine too.
Yeah.
So
well, good. How was your tour?
It was awesome. I told you I like that spot.
Quick and short.
I couldn't hear you guys. That's why.
Oh, you good? No, okay, my bad.
So I was like, man, I hope I'm going the right way. Yeah. But hey, awesome spot. I love it, bro. I love the floor. I love the color. What color is that? Like an electric blue?
It was a metallic blue. I think I posted a video while playing Metallica.
Yeah.
So it was like,
you did play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, man, great facility. Hey, you got something going on that is going to be impactful in this community, man. I like the ideas. I like everything behind it. I love the story behind the TL and how everything got started. And, hey, man, it's hard. Like, let's be realistic. It's hard to start something around this side of town because the commitment. It comes down to commitment. And if you have the right people in place, and it looks like you do, and everybody seems committed, everybody seems energetic, hey, this is going to be something big. So I'm with Steve. I'm going to sign up. You can't use my code, man, because I'm going to sign up.
Man, I went from 21 days down to 7. I'm
going to sign up. And, it's something that we've done the last couple years. I just do it, and it's funny because, I'm at an age where Jalen, like, I'm still young, but Jalen's getting old. So he kind of like, hey, what is that? That looks pretty cool. So it's easy, and I really enjoyed seeing the comments from the parents. That gives a lot of enthusiasm to what you're trying to do, man. So just keep doing what you're doing, Jerry. Hey, we'll support you, man. And you have a nice facility. Hopefully we can have more podcast out here because, man, this is pretty nice. It's cozy in here, too.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And thanks again for having Power Alley on the wind-up. I've watched a handful since from when you guys started. I was excited for you guys.
Yeah.
Thought this was really cool. I used to do a podcast with my cousin. It was a musician thing, an artist and that kind of thing here in the Houston area.
Okay.
So I always thought, man, a Houston area baseball thing would be really cool, and you guys ran with it, and you're doing a great job. So please keep that up.
We started with the blue electric room, so
Hey,
we moved.
You know what's funny?
Uh-huh.
I think it was about a month ago. No, it was during Christmas. I went and saw I think it was like episode 5. I saw like 5 minutes. I was like, man, it's terrible. I was like, oh my God.
Thanks for having us on for sure. Let me tell the story of TL for sure. And so the originality of the emblems, Mac's girlfriend got it together. Stephanie did it, so I have to give her a little props out because she took the time to do it. But I appreciate y'all letting me tell the story. And man, y'all, I like that we have the same mindset as that. You know, select ball is different because I grew up in Pasadena. There was 5 little leagues. There's 1 now. It's all select ball. I mean, it's sad. I mean, baseball should be the least expensive sport of anything, right? But it seems like it's like the most expensive these days, and it's just not fair sometimes. But yes,
no, and it's changed. You know, it's funny because we had a show. I think it was last year. I'm a fan of Little League because I think there's a team for everybody. Because not everybody's going to develop at the same time and same pace and all that stuff. So, you know, so I think it's good. And there's never, just my personal opinion, there's never anything wrong with you as a dad wanting to spend time with your son on a baseball field. I don't think there's ever, you know, I know there's, you know, we want to call daddy ball, we want to call this helicopter dad, all that. I get all that. But the opposite of that is the dad not being there. And so, I mean, I like Little League because it brings that out. Not so much so in select baseball because depending on who you play for, it's going to be totally different. But, I mean, man, I like Little League. Unfortunately, man, I think the numbers this year are down.
You should go coach a Little League team.
You know what? I got asked about that today because my friend's coaching. Where's he coaching? I think he's coaching at Sagemont.
Okay.
I just live too far. So.
By any chance, is your friend's name Julio?
Julio's in Little League now.
No. Julio has a team, dude. The Cardinals.
Hell yeah, Eli's on the Cardinals.
Hey, bro.
Are you coaching?
No, I'm not coaching.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Hey, bro, I was gonna do the team right this year, but I realized like, man, Jason's a handful, bro. And if I try,
should do it.
No, we should do it, but we're gonna start up this fall. So I told him, I was like, he's got a lot of energy, and he's at the point where he just turned 3, so he doesn't even know what the hell is going on. You know, 2 seconds it's like, you know, playing. The next 3 seconds is like, oh, Power Rangers. The next 3 is like, I'm gonna kick you. The next 3, I'm hungry. So I said, all right, you're just like your daddy. I'm like, we need to learn to get you composed. So he'll start in the fall. So we're gonna get that started for everybody that's been asking me. So in the fall we'll get started.
What is it? 3-year-old team? 3 under?
Yeah.
Was it 4 under?
It's well,
what was it?
It's a 4U team.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was like,
you know, I was like,
man, that's like herding ants.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
let's step on an anthill.
It's not even a practice. You just go out there and kind of just take pictures for Facebook. You know, you know, that's all it is, really.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, Steve, before we close up, I wanted to mention one more thing here. So I spent about 10 years working and teaching at a couple different schools down in the Clear Lake area. And specifically with kids on the autism spectrum disorder. So I here will be having a special needs night. So if you have a child who has special needs and he wants to come and just hit some baseballs or whatever it may be, or maybe they're interested in baseball, maybe you want to get them interested in a physical activity, I'll be hosting that. I'll be putting all that stuff on all my platforms as well, so you can sign up and we'll have a special needs night, and it'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's huge, bro.
I know when my son started playing at First Colony Little League, they had I think it was called Challengers Division. Is that what it's called? Is that what? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got the and they would do it. I think it's like every Saturday. And it was actually, I saw a couple of games and it was nice. I mean, it's you have to actually see that in order to. Absolutely. I can't explain what I'm trying to say, but it was really, really nice. And just see the joy that those kids had while they were out there, and not only that, but the joy that the kids that were helping them have as well. So I think that's really nice. So that's pretty big that you're gonna have that. Because not too many people have that.
Oh man, I'm excited about it. I'm absolutely excited about it. Spending Monday through Friday, day in day out, alongside watching these kids grow. Just being a part of that really puts things in perspective for me, and it reminds me of just to be grateful every day, man.
Right.
And I go back on that too, man. With my own kid here, playing baseball and everything, and just saying, man, how lucky I am. But at the same time, I want to be able to give these parents opportunities to do other things, put the device down, put the TV down, come out here and let's sweat a little bit, let's have a little fun, let's do something different. So
yeah, well, there's me and Junior talk about this all the time about the video games. Those graphics on video games, man, they're pretty nice now.
Yeah.
They're awesome. No, us coaches.
I wouldn't go outside either, man.
We coaches have got our work cut out for us, man. We've got some pretty steep competition,
Yeah.
So
and it's also different too now because I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, you didn't hear about some of the stuff that's going on about kids getting kidnapped and all this and all that.
Right.
I'm sure it was going on, but it was the information wasn't brought out now. Mm-hmm. Now with social media and everything, I mean, exactly what happens, whether it's good or bad, right there. Right, pretty much on the spot. So, it's. I mean, we have our own things too. With my kids. I mean, yeah, they can play in the front yard, but I mean, somebody's got to be outside. I mean, my mom, just like when Jude was talking about, man, I woke up and I was gone.
As long as I was home before the street light
Be
came
home
on, I was
when
good.
it's dark.
My dad always made sure I had a quarter in my pocket so I could call him if I was going to be late. Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the coaching tool. Like I try to use the video games as a coaching, man. You get a kid in the outfield who'll go, I got it. But you see him play that video game, he's like, oh, go, blah, blah, blah. He's loud. You just want that same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to get that same thing out of them.
Yeah. And especially like the confidence, I've seen some kids on the baseball field lack a little bit of confidence, but then, when you see them online playing their teammates, they're talking just like you're saying, and they got the confidence
talking
because
trash.
because they're good. Because they're good at that.
They got that dog in them when they're playing video games. They don't have that dog on the field. They're a little shy and confidence. You're right.
Exactly. So they, if those two things can ever combine, you never know what can happen. But like Junior said, go outside. I know it's tough, but go outside and play, and we'll see what happens. So Junior, what do you? Before we go, what do you have?
Man, nothing. It's gonna be cold this weekend. I'm glad we're not playing. Well, I'm glad the tournaments got canceled because, man, some of y'all crazy, bro, to be out there in this weather. And we're supposed to have snow this week, so
Monday?
that's pretty exciting.
Snow.
We haven't had snow in a couple of years, right?
Yeah, we had it like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
like 4 years ago. So I think it'd be pretty cool. Maybe you think we'll have enough snow to go snowboarding? No.
Come on.
Julio's gonna pick me up in the Rambo.
No.
Pull me in the sled. No. All right.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm staying
I'm
home.
gonna go to Crenshaw Park and I'm gonna hit that hill. Yeah.
Try to ice skate across the lake.
That's your best bet.
Yeah. So just stay warm, man. Keep all your pets inside. Just try to stay indoors. Watch some movies.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie day. Monday.
What can I say? It's supposed to be historic. So I've been reading all day about how to not get your pipes frozen. Right? Everybody does them different, but a lot of people said.
How are you doing yours?
Well, I don't know. I don't know because one of them's like keep the water running, but I'm like, man, I don't know.
That's
because,
old school. Keep the water running. Yeah, that's like old school.
Do you open all of them up or just one? Or
a little drip here and there.
That's what they say.
So I'm just like, I don't know. And then the whole neighborhood today is in panic mode. Everybody's putting insulation on the pipes and everything. I'm just like, bro, is it this serious? And I just showed Julio a thing right now where it said, this is as impactful as a Cat 5 hurricane. I'm like, man, I don't know.
Grocery store was this way today. It was packed. Grocery store was crowded today at
11:30.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
That's funny because yesterday I went to my wife's, she said, hey, man, I need you to go get something. So I went. Man, it was like Hurricane Harvey. It was like the day before Thanksgiving at HEB. I was like, damn. And people walking out with, I'm talking like baskets full of food. And I walk in, I get 3 things. And I'm like, man, I'm feeling kind of lost here.
It almost feels like, I don't know if you guys ever seen this movie. It's called The Day After Tomorrow. Where everything starts changing in the climate, and then there's a winter storm where it freezes everybody. Man, everybody's acting like this is gonna happen, but man, it could happen. Wouldn't it be some if it did happen? Oh,
it could happen. Man, you start. Listen, everybody's cold right now at 35, 36, 37. Put that sucker down to 19.
Yeah.
People not
30 degrees colder.
Yeah, shoot.
I saw some of my sister's brother-in-law lives in like North Dakota, and they're like, ha ha ha, you guys suckers, we're out here in the snow. They were out in shorts and stuff. We're like, man, you can't do that in Houston, bro. We don't know how to act.
Hey,
like,
listen, you know what? They're actually true, because my mom used to live in Nebraska and South Dakota.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like cold. And I remember one time telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I said, I don't know how the Indians lived out here, you know, back in the day, you know, with buffalo skin and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Man, because true story.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Man, listen, I had Under Armour stuff. I had a hoodie, had a jacket in the car with the heater on, and I'm still cold. Yeah. You mean to tell me some of those people back in the day lived? No, there's no way,
The only thing I can think of is those buffalo must have been really, really tame for them to just hang out. I mean, you're
That's
right,
why they had
Steve.
8 babies. That's why
cold.
each family had 8 babies.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah. Hey,
Or
man.
that.
But let me tell you, hey, so me and my wife and my mom have a picture, because it was, I think the car thing said like -3. And so I had this dumb idea. Hey, why don't we pull over and take a picture? Because we're never going to be in this weather again, right? Dude, we got out. I'm going to bring the picture next time. We're just like so miserable. That was the worst picture I ever took in my life. And we were only outside maybe 20 seconds. Dude, that's how cold it was. And so when you say people,
we're going to find out this weekend.
Yeah, stay home. And HISD already, they canceled. Hell yeah. Good job, HISD.
I'm just glad. Hey,
everything now. Man,
I'm just glad they're letting you know, like, before the weekend starts, not like straight PISD, like 5:59 in the morning.
Oh,
like, yo, we don't have school today.
Hey, they haven't canceled that yet?
Dude, I don't know.
Y'all canceled?
Yeah, it's canceled.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That just means
but Tuesday too, or just Monday?
Well, it's President's Day on Monday, so they're
that's
off.
already canceled.
So I think they're canceling Tuesday as well.
Okay. Well, good.
Man, growing up in school, there was a holiday like every day, dude.
No, there is now.
There is now. I don't remember school hardly ever being canceled.
There is now. Shoot.
But
yeah.
Y'all be careful out there, man. That's what I gotta say this
Thanks
week.
again, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Ty. And Jerry, anything before we leave? Give the number out. Give the address out.
Yeah, 312 Main Street, South Houston. The zip's 77578. And I got to remember that. I'm still new up to this spot. So 77578 on the zip. 713-815-8728 is the phone number. So you guys.
And where can we find you? Like Instagram, Facebook?
Find me on Facebook,
Twitter,
Power Alley, Instagram. Not Twitter. Yeah, I've never been a Twitter guy, man. I need to get on that. I need to get with
Twitter's
the Twitter
big.
thing. Yeah,
Twitter's big.
Yeah, I need to get with the Twitter thing. So look me up, and then come Monday, we'll go from there.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be out here for the grand opening because you got that meat place. We gotta try that out.
Yeah, well, I'll be cooking.
Fajitas?
Anything. I mean, I like steaks. Everything.
Everybody likes steaks. Hey, Julio, you gonna be cooking this weekend, or what are you
thinking
doing?
about doing chili on Sunday. It's a good chilly weather, so.
Outside or what?
No, fool, inside.
Julio out there out in the cold.
No,
inside the coop, bro. Inside the chicken coop.
You gonna be drinking hot chocolate? What are you gonna be doing?
Nah, I'll probably drink coffee or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Man, it feels like Christmas, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, it should. I mean, yeah. We never get this weather for Christmas.
Hey, my Christmas tree's still up. He says, like, when am I going to take it down? And I said, we're celebrating all year, baby. Just
you know what?
Just keep it on.
You know what? So my cousin Lisa, she keeps her tree up all year. She just changes it during. Right now, she's got a Valentine's Day tree. Okay. So then when Easter comes in, it'll be Easter, and then 4th of July stuff. Sure. Yeah. It's actually pretty cool if you can maintain it.
Yeah.
But she's been maintaining it for like about 5 years now. And so, so it's just, it's a fake tree. But
26th. Tree's out of here, dude.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get my shit out there the 25th, bro.
Like, yo, get out of here.
That too, yeah.
Hey, but you know what? So I took my tree down like around the 28th. Man, I don't know how I felt, man. I felt some sort of way. I just, man. I
threw away my tree 3 weeks ago. I just let it hang out for a little bit, and when it's super brown, then I'm like, okay,
yeah, you gotta go.
Fire hazard.
You gotta go, bro.
Oh man, that's funny. But so man, make sure everybody has stay safe, stay warm, and before we go, we got to give our condolences to our Well, I talked to him a couple of times. Don Myers from DFW Baseball Talk, the podcast up there in Dallas.
Man.
Unfortunately, he passed away. He passed away. Was it this week or
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it might have been. And it was shocking because we were talking about it, and we had networked a few times, and he's just kind of like, the last couple of months he wasn't posting or anything like that. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But man, condolences to his family and the guys at
DFW Baseball Talk. Albert and all those guys. So our condolences go out to him. I talked to him a couple of times, and he was always a nice guy to me. And so once he passed away, the outpouring of the great outpouring that everybody in the Dallas baseball community showed towards him,
he was big, man.
Showed what kind of a person he was. So, our condolences go out to Don Myers' family and NCS and DFW Baseball Talk. So, rest in peace.
And then before we go, I want to give a shout out to my boy Memo out there with the Houston Hustlers, man. They had a triple play, the first triple play of the season, dude. They were playing up.
Did they really?
Yeah. I was talking to him earlier. And so he was playing up to 10U, okay? And basically the ball was hit to center field. Center field guy made a play on it. There was a runner on second and third. He chunked it home. Oh, yeah. He got him out at home, and then catcher threw it to third. And made the tag. So
pretty cool.
Shout out to Alex, playing center field, Jacob the catcher, and Aiden at third, man. So great play out.
Good job.
I wish I'm in jail. I'm in Facebook jail. Not out posting. Yeah. And I'm glad. I want to talk about that because everybody's been asking me like, hey, what's up? How come you haven't been on? And I'm just like, bro, I'm banned. And I didn't even say anything bad. So.
No, you did it.
Talk about China.
I really didn't.
Talk about China.
So the story behind that is my mom is from a town outside of Monterey, and it's called China, Nuevo León. So the comment was on my sister's page. She was talking about, man, I wish I was in Mexico, right? And I wrote, yeah. Arriba, China, Nuevo León. That's what I wrote. Or puro China, Nuevo León, or something like that. Like saying like, yeah, let's go. Dude, Facebook said, nope, promoting China. Nope. Boom. Hit me with the ban, bro. That's what that was. So me, I'm the type of dude that like it'll give you an option like request review or not. And I was like, man, I'm gonna request it. And then when it gives you a reason to why, man, I went off on that little thing. Maybe that's what they said. They're like, all right, Mr. Aguilar, 5 times in like 4 weeks. This is enough. Now the other times I got banned, man, yeah, I was trolling, but this one, man, totally honest. So I'll be back in like what, 15 days or something like that. So I'll be back. I'll write another Guess Who's Back, and then I'll probably, they're after me, bro. They after me.
Oh, man. Well, Ty, thank you. Let me see. Somebody wants you to bring up some tequila on Sunday. Who is that?
Gilbert Rojas.
Gilbert Rojas wants you to bring up some tequila.
Yeah, so...
Are we missing on that?
No, I do have some actually in the car that I've been giving samples for. I just changed jobs to a new liquor distributor. So,
okay. Nice.
And I had some samples with the parents. That's the easiest thing. Select ball parents are the easiest convinced during liquor because they're the most stressed out. So you give them any kind of liquor, they're like, oh, it's good. So that's the best part. I wish all my customers were select volleyball, man.
Hey, man, I'm going to the next.
After they did yoga, they could come drink some liquor. They'd be good, man.
Hey, next tournament you guys play, I'm going to y'all's game because it's a party, baby.
No kidding.
Oh, hey, Steve, real quick.
Yes,
I almost forgot. I told him I'd mention this really quick. The glove guy, some of you guys might be familiar out there in the Facebook world. The glove guy, Nate the glove guy. He does the relacing and all that. He's going to be, I'll be taking in gloves if you got a busted up glove, whatever it may be. Come to me, leave it with me. Nate the glove guy is going to take care of you. I'll have the prices up and all that stuff for you guys too.
Okay, cool.
And he's not just a guy who does relacing and conditioning and all that. He wants to let you know and educate you about the tool you use, okay, and how to make it better and all that kind of thing. So the education aspect of it is what we're all about here. So shout out to Nate the glove guy. Go look him up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shout out.
Cool. Anything else?
Man, hey, I just want to say before we go, this is going to be like the third time before we go.
R.I.P. J.J. Watt.
Man, yeah, dude. I had to bring it up, dude. Look.
Yeah, but you're a Chief fan.
No.
Yes,
right
you
now,
are.
Yeah, look, they lost in the Super Bowl, so I go Bucks right now. But anyways, look, since the last time we done the show till now, all right, this is what happened. We lost Harden.
Before you get into that, Julio, the Padres will not beat the Dodgers. I said that on last one, right? Before they got Bauer.
I'm going to get to that.
They're not going to get them.
And then Springer left. All right, we went to Toronto. So, I mean, that's a good spot for him, right? He's out there with BGO's son, so I'm cool with that. We got to keep Brantley. If you know about baseball, the Astros are in good shape regardless. And then we lose J.J. Watt, you know, and get ready for Watson.
He wanted to retire. I mean, he wanted to be released.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he tells you, dude.
Oh, that's what he said. I'm going off of
what
he said.
What do you think would happen? Like, he walked in there and says, hey, bro, I'm out. Like, Watson wants out, I'm out. That's pretty much what happened. But look, I mean, two
different guys, two different contracts.
I get it, you know. I get it, but it's just kind of sad as a Houston sports fan. But hey, man, the Astros are gonna be good. So baseball always somehow.
How is it sad? He only had 5 sacks last year.
No, I mean he's a Houston guy, man. I mean I remember
actually he's from Wisconsin, but
yeah, but you know he was drafted here, and I was a big fan of him. And
he was dominant when he was there. I'll give him that.
I'll
give him that.
Sad, but oh man,
hey, you start crying now?
No, man. Hey, but real quick,
lost, the JJ lost.
Chiefs. You gonna bring up the Chiefs?
Bring up the Chiefs, man.
Bring up the Chiefs. So, anyways, we're watching the Super Bowl, and man, I was making bets left and right, and Super Bowl gets started, and I'm crunk, and the first possession, you know, I was pretty loud, and my sister's there. She likes to troll me back, so she's going for the Bucks. So she's like, "What now? What now?" So I lost $200. Shout out to my sister though. But now I'm a Bucks fan, so you know, because I can't support the Texans. But hey, the Dodgers are not gonna beat the Padres, bro. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, dude. Because they have the best shortstop in the game right now, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's gonna be the GOAT.
He's not even better than Anderson, bro. No, stop that.
He got ranked way too low.
He's not even better than Anderson. And, he's not even better than Correa.
Bro, I'm telling you, he's like the LeBron of baseball right now.
He's all hype.
Watch.
He's all hype.
Just watch. But Padres will win the World Series this year.
Yeah, 2021 World Series.
I called it. Hey, you guys laughed at me. Yes.
We can put some money on that right now.
No, we're going to put some money on it. We're going to put something bigger than money. Shave heads.
Let's do it right now.
Shave head right here.
You're okay, shaving your head, buddy.
Padres go to. Well,
no. I got the Dodgers.
Okay. Whoever makes it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Yeah. That's a fair bet.
Okay. It's gonna be live.
Let's clarify. Shaved head means bald.
Zero or
razor.
However, it looks the best.
We'll go zero. Yeah.
Go razor. That ain't shaved.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, Padres aren't going to win the World Series. So how are you going to want your hair?
Look, if the Dodgers, right, you're betting on the Dodgers to get there. So the Dodgers get there and the Padres don't. I'll probably go to Southside Fade.
There ain't no Southside Fade. No.
That's the closest to a bald fade.
Zero
let me just get it for the picture and then we'll show you.
I'll picture Drew with the Southside Fade.
But if the Padres get there, bro, what are you gonna get?
Bald.
Bald, just straight bald?
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Should shave like an eyebrow or something.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Hey, don't you start something over here. But hey, I mean, why do I think that the Padres are going to beat the Dodgers, man? I just think the swag is there. The Dodgers are loaded, though. But something about the Dodgers, bro. They had to win in the COVID year, right? Because they can't win in a regular year, just like the Lakers. I'm going to say it.
Like the Padres have been winning.
They picked up Bauer, but look. They picked up Bauer, but Kershaw's already you know, that's it. So they balance it out. I mean, you only have Buehler.
Okay, they get David Price back.
Yeah, but David Price, I mean.
No. Yeah. You just can't discount David Price.
I'm going to discount David Price.
Dodgers one and done.
Yeah,
they got the 2020.
They're one and done.
The Padres got Joe Musgrove. Okay, good job.
Look, check it out. I'm more confident that the Yankees win this year than the Dodgers.
All right, with that.
You guys are all over the board, bro.
But hey, I'm still with the Astros, though. Y'all see the beanie.
Well, that's what he says. So anyway, a year from now, not even a year from now, in November, Junior will be bald.
Yeah,
he'll be bald. So, but yeah. So next Friday we'll be on 8:00, and so hopefully everybody will come in. So you know, it's great to be back, Junior. Great to be back, Julio.
I left you alone, my bad.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, we back.
We're fixing to go. So we're gonna start talking about NIT next week.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Next
we'll
week,
have some coaches on.
And I'm actually gonna get some coaches to call us via Zoom that are gonna be participating in the event. So we'll give you guys a little bit of a different flavor. So we'll go. We'll start with some young ages, some old ages, some people from Cali, some people from New York, Florida. So we'll go all around the United States, and it should be a very, very big tournament. I'm looking forward to it, man. A lot of great baseball being played, and
hopefully the weather cooperates.
Yeah, I think so, bro.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Historically, there's always a cold day there, and so we'll see what happens. But anyway, hey, great to be back.
Yeah.
And so for all our sponsors, let me roll through them real quick. Houston Hustlers Baseball Academy, Texas Baseball Tournaments, Abercrombie and Sanchez Law Firm, Isa Cookies, C4 Back Company, Senor Spitz, Tifosi Optics, and our new sponsor, Diego Cervantes State Farm. And so, thank you to everybody who sponsors us and supports us, and thanks for everybody who tuned in tonight. It was good to see good names right here on the on my little ticker right here. So it was fun. We're glad to be back. Anything you need, anything you want us to talk about, make sure you get in contact with us. But as always, for our producer Julio, for Junior Aguilar, who's kind of banned, maybe somewhat banned.
I'm banned, but I'm still there.
Yeah, he's
okay.
still there.
I'm on Instagram a lot now. So.
Yeah. For
follow the Wind Up Instagram, please.
Yeah,
we're gonna do a 1,000 giveaway.
From the Power Alley, from Jerry, from Ty, and to Yoga Athletics, right? Athletics, okay, Athletics with TEX for Texas. I'm Steve Medina. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for coming back after our long break. We'll see you next week. And if you see us at the park, stop us, say hi to us, and we'll be sure to. Junior will take a picture with you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll sign autographs too.
So everybody, stay warm, stay safe. We'll see you next Friday. Have a good one, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Down.